Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking to you. I'd like to welcome all of you aboard my flight. A flight that is promised to take you high, way high up in the sky.
What's up, Kane Nation? We back in the building. Another great episode of Kane's Talk Live with your boy, Coach Hayes, on the Coach We Coach podcast. We back at it, y'all. Woo-wee. The clock is clicking and ticking. Texas A&M, you got 9 days, 15 hours, 23 minutes, and 34, 33, 32 seconds before we put our foot off in y'all behind. Like I said, we're going to rock and roll tonight. We're going to make it happen. Also, I want to give a big shout out to everybody out there. I actually want to give a big shout out to about 45,000 people, man, who have made this channel grow and go. We just hit 45,000 people last night. Y'all clap it up, man. Let's go. Y'all clap it up for yourselves. Let's go. Clap it up, man. 45K, baby, in the building. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Like I said, man, we started this thing on April 4th, 2020, and it is December 10th, 2025. So we've been in almost 5.5 years, or 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 years, I guess. Am I right? Yeah, 5.5 years in this deal. And, man, this time has been, seemed like just yesterday when we started. So I appreciate you guys. We actually had 45,010 people. You know, last night we had a little challenge out there. Y'all wanted to be funny. But I have to be honest. I think we hit 45,000 right after the show ended. So thank y'all. We are simulcasting this thing on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter. So come on in. Ella V say, shout out to the producer. She said it only took 3 hours worth of begging. But we did it. Muhammad in the building for the 49. We are sorry to inform you, get in your safe place. It's already too late. The Hurricanes have arrived. Extend Mario. Woo! Muhammad, you might have to call in and talk to us, Muhammad. You might have to call in and talk to us. But here's what I'm going to say. I actually was sitting here before the show started. I'm going to give some shout outs here in a second. But I'm going to give some, before the show started, and I was looking at the Texas versus Texas A&M game, and I was looking at it. I said, you know what? We got to do something because we're not playing this Saturday. We're playing the following Saturday on December 20th. And Coach is trying to make it happen. We're trying to get to the game. So we've been looking at flights, hotels, and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to try our best to make it happen and go live from College Station. All right? I've never been to that stadium. I've been to Texas, but not Texas A&M. So that would be a treat. And that'd be something new for me I could put on my board. I actually was going to start a map and put one of them safety pins in every college stadium I've been to. I've been quite a few. But we're ready to rock and roll. We're going to see what it is. But like I said, I was looking at the Texas A&M game. I haven't watched a lot of Texas A&M football. But as this game has come up and we're in there, and we're on the countdown with the clock and all that good stuff, Texas A&M is a very beatable team. You know, I know a lot of people may have some doubt. A lot of people may have, you know, some worries. I'm no ways tired, as they say. I think we definitely can win this game, and we can win it by a lot. There are a couple of things that Texas A&M does well, right? But there's definitely some things we do well. Texas A&M, especially offensively, the quarterback can hurt you with his feet. He's not afraid to take off and run, right? And that's okay. Not a big deal. But this is the Hunger Game, huh? Y'all know about the movie The Hunger Game. We got to win this deal. They're trying to pin two people against each other. Let's make it happen. And the Hurricanes will come out on top. Also, one of their weaknesses, and maybe I shouldn't put it out there, but hey, it is what it is. Them guys get paid millions. And I don't. So here's what I'm going to say. For the fan base out there, they give up a lot of rush lanes, okay? when they give up the rush lanes, right? And I'm talking offensively, they give up the rush lanes for us to attack them. And I think we can do a very good job, especially with our blitz patterns. And like Coach Heatherman has done, he's come from several different angles. He brings the guys up front. He does what they call mugging or showing, where you bring guys up real close to the line of scrimmage, back them out. And the big thing is make the quarterback, Marcel Reed, think. If he has to think prior to the play, we are that is advantageous to us. Okay. Now, on the flip side, on their defense, as I looked at them, I'm watching them. They show a lot, but they also only bring 4. But those guys give up huge rushing lanes or running lanes for the quarterback. Now, we know Carson Beck is not a huge runner, but here's what I hope Carson Beck will do. I hope Carson Beck will take what they give him, right? If it's not there, get your 3-4 yards, slide, get down, live to see another day. Not a bad thing. Every play doesn't have to be a big play, but they are open, and they are open to chunk plays. We can get really huge plays out of these guys, all right? And I think for us, our offensive line is extremely good, and we can do a wonderful job in blocking these guys, right? They do bring some pressure here and there, all right? Now, back to their offense. There's only 2 guys, and I know they have Reuben Owens, but at running back. But the 2 guys who I think you'd have to really circle on the depth chart is Concepcion, the receiver, and the quarterback. Those are the 2 main guys. Us with the run, I think we do extremely well with that. But when it comes to that quarterback getting looser and we get out of our pass lane, rush lane sometimes, we will open up that gap for him to escape. If we keep that under wraps and we don't allow him to make big plays and we punish him in the process, I think this game is in hand relatively easily. Let me open up this phone line because I got to roll. I got a lot going on. We're not gonna be out here early, but I can't do 3 hours tonight. I got to take care of some stuff for my job in the AM, if you understand. So I got some things I got to really take care of. But we're gonna have fun here. 862-799-9956. Please feel free to call in right now as we go to make this thing happen. Now, when I look at Texas A&M, and I look at them from a statistical standpoint, again, the quarterback doesn't scare me with his arm. Doesn't even have 3,000 yards. And imagine if the season was over today. I mean, 61% completion, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 10 sacks. Okay. Mid. I'll say mid. I like that word, mid for him. Okay. But he can't hurt you because on the rushing side of things, he's the second leading rusher on the team behind Reuben Owens, who has 618 yards on 112 carries. And Marcel Reed has 89 carries for 466. Now, when it comes to the run attack, he does zone read it. He will pull it. We have to be conscious of that. Our linebackers have to be able to play. If we're going to chase with Reuben Bain down the line, we got to be able to bring that that linebacker to wrap him around, like they call it a wrapper, right? If he's going to be a box player, we're going to have to play big with these offensive linemen coming through there. Okay? So there's a lot of things that's going to take place. I really think as I looked at this game, our game plan, our team fits well with what Texas A&M does. And I think we can match up with them extremely well. There's nothing that excites me. I think they do have good team speed, but we also have great team speed. And if we can go back to those first 4 games of the season, the way we attack the ball carrier, the way in which we, punish the ball carrier, we should be in very good shape. That's how I feel. Now, on the defensive back side of things, I think they're very aggressive, but I think we can definitely make them pay, well, especially if we get the ball in space. If we get the ball in space, I think we got guys like Malachi Tony. We got guys like Marion that can make guys miss and make big plays. Daniels and Marion, those guys can make guys miss. But we have to be able to understand how to get these spacing concepts, get them open, and get the ball where they can get some yak on it, right? Yards after the catch, all right? Yeah, I heard about Sharon Moore. I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But the phone line is open, ready to rock and roll. We're going to get it in. I'm going to let y'all pretty much run the show because, like I said, we've been talking about Miami since Sunday. I've actually come on every day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and now Wednesday. And I love it. I really wish I could do this every day. I really do. But we're going to make it happen in here as well. So, like I said, 862-799-9956. Also, latest news for the Miami Hurricanes is our boy Ray Joseph has decided to enter the transfer portal. I don't think anybody's pretty much surprised at that. I hate to see him go, but I definitely wish him the best in all that he does. Shout out to him and his family, mom, sister, and everybody else. much love to you guys as well. And I wish him nothing but the best, man. Nothing but the best. Because I'll say this, when Ray came to this program, everybody was ecstatic. Everybody put Dabo Swinney in the locker because he was a Clemson commit and we flipped him. Why it didn't work, I don't know. But it didn't work in that case. So I wish him nothing but the best, not only because he's a Cane, but he also a Miami kid, right? Hasn't done anything to this program, hasn't been a black eye on this program, hasn't been an eyesore or a bump on the log. So I understand fans, and I get all that, right? And maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a coach and I know what these kids go through and these young men go through, but you know, I've never been one for a young man who's not a problem in the program. Now, if he was constantly in trouble, all this stuff, then I'd be like, hey, man, peace. But sometimes things just don't work out, all right? And then that's just what it is. So shout out to him. Also, other little bit later news, Sharon Moore, head coach at Michigan, has been fired due to a inappropriate relationship. Let's put it that way. Jerome Moore got the job back in early 2024 and has been fired after 2 years. I'm not sure who the coach is going to be. Caleb DeBoer's name been rolling around and so forth. We'll talk about that on another show. But you know me, like I say, he's the scapegoat. Now, people say, well, coach, look what he did. Yeah, they ain't just find that out. Some reason they sure brought that out right after signing day. Sure brought that out after he lost to Ohio State. I guarantee if he beat Ohio State, wouldn't even heard of it. Guarantee that. But it is what it is. And we see other coaches do the same, if not more. I don't know the whole situation. But like you said, boy, that boy below the belt is undefeated, if you understand me. He's undefeated. So trust me, more things will come out. It's a lot of speculation out there about what's happening. I don't know. I always tell y'all I'm not a breaking news channel. I just react to it. So don't get mad at me. Don't kill the messenger. You understand? Dog, Kenson. Dog, y'all tough out here on these streets, man. But the phone line is rocking already. We already got 12 people on the line, and I love it. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see how we're going to get down on this thing and make it happen. Let's see here. Can't say my bad. I forgot where I was. Nah, you good, bro. You in the comment. I ain't mad at you. Gio Kane says Jim Harbaugh got him that job. The powers that be didn't really want him, probably. Yeah, Gio Kane, but I got my own thoughts. I have to be honest. I don't think that's a job anybody wanted. Not worth their salt. And the reason I say that, let me just quickly explain, if you don't mind. I don't think anybody wanted that job because all of the stuff that was going to come down due to what happened under Jim Harbaugh's watch, right? The scandal, the videos, and all that kind of stuff. So, with all that being, and now that he went through it, the sanctions are done. Remember, he was the coach that won the game when Jim Harbaugh was suspended against Penn State. He was the coach that won the game against Ohio State when Jim Harbaugh was suspended. And now, here we are. So, with that being said, we'll talk about that on another day because the day is all about that orange and green, not that doggone maize and blue. And shout out to Jen in the building. Go blue. Balls. Oh, God. Oh, the show about to go left. Jen, go blue. Balls. All right, here we go, man. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. We got a member in here. My man, NASA, what's up, baby? I got about an hour in me, hour and a half at the most. I got to get out of here. NASA, talk to me, man. What's up, baby?
Man, what's going on, Coach? I'm sorry I ain't been calling in and talking to y'all for a long time.
Man, do your thing, man. Guess what? You here now. Only thing I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, do me a favor. Come Saturday, December 20th, do not watch the game. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, I won't. Hey, I'm not. I got a question for you. I asked this to another podcast, Miami Mayhem. Mm-hmm. Miami got to play number 7 Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
11-1. Then Ohio State, 11-1.
Mm-hmm.
Then Georgia, 12-1.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly 14-0 Indiana. If they win this national championship going through that route, will it be better than the 2001 Hurricanes?
No. You said, will they be better? Will they be better than the 2001?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be better than. I think when you look at the seeding and the rankings, may have had a harder path, but better than. I think the 2001 Miami Hurricanes run through this with no question to ask. We still got some questions.
I don't think so.
I believe if you look at the 2001 Hurricanes, they would have. First of all, they wouldn't have been 11 seed. First of all, but let's just say if they were. If they come in, or the 10th seed, if they would have come in at the 10th seed, we would already be talking about Ohio State. Texas A&M would be the equivalent, in my opinion, to Ole Miss playing Tulane. That would be my opinion.
Come on.
I'm just being honest. When you look at the amount of talent, I'm just saying, look at the amount of talent. You talk about the 01 Hurricane, and you look at Texas A&M. Not even close.
This is like, okay, this is so hard. Like people don't understand what's going on. This will be one of the best playoff runs in football history. Not college of the pros, but football playoff history.
True indeed. I think two things can be true. One, you're 1,000% correct, NASA. This would be because we're just getting started with this format. So to your point, you're 100% correct. But I still don't think that makes this team better than the 01 team. So two things based on what you're saying can be true. Would this be the hardest run? Most definitely. We'll never know what the 01 Hurricanes did. But does this make them better than the 01 Hurricanes? I don't believe so. From the talent perspective, bro, you talking about Concepcion? That's it?
No, they got 3.
3 what?
They ain't just Concepcion. They got 3 of them.
But listen, bro. Listen, Linda. As they say, listen, Linda. Bro, I don't think it's close. I really don't think it's close.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
I just had to.
I like what you're saying. What you're saying makes a lot of sense when you look at the seeding.
Hey, it's rough. And another thing I want to say one time for Ray, he had no choice. The man was caught between Restrepo and Malachi Tony.
Yeah.
He had no choice. He had to go. If he wanted to make anything out of his football career, he had to leave. It wasn't that he was a bad player. He was garbage. It's just that it was better than him.
I get it. I get it. And that's all I want to say to our fan base. See, the thing is, we got to be careful as a fan base. And I'm going to show you how powerful our words are as a fan base. Y'all believe this or not, we are in this playoff because I believe this fan base stood up. They knew the assignment. They accepted their assignment, and their mission accomplished, right? I have to be very honest with that. Trust me, that committee did not do this out of the kindness of their heart. We applied pressure. You understand me? But that same voice is just that loud when we talk about these kids. Good luck. Bye. We don't need them no way. We got to be careful with that because we'll be the same fan base or be mad when Mario doesn't get a particular player in this city. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. That's a South Florida dude, bro. He a neighborhood hero.
You got it. What's going on, LMV? Hey, LMV. And another thing, too, with Sharon Moore. Stay away from the snow bunnies, man. Yo, they don't hear Dr. Umar.
That boy safe to give him 10,000 lashes, dog.
God, what's wrong with him, man? If he did do that, it was a plant. It was a plant.
Nah, he planted. He planted thy staff. Man. He planted thy staff in thy canyon.
And you could tell the way Buddy speak, the way he sound, you know he rocked that way.
Of course.
They got him. And it was just like, it's almost like they put her there just in case we want to get rid of him. We're going to use that.
I'll say this. I can't say it's a plant, but I guarantee they knew what was going on. When that thing kind of started, trust me, they knew. And they kept it in their back pocket because, again, I can now fire you with cause. That was their joker. That was their big joker in their back pocket. That was the ace of spade. Because I'm telling you, in these programs, there are no secrets. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think you don't know or what you think you know. They know. It's too many eyeballs. There's too many people around. When you're in those towns like Ann Arbor, they know what your car looks like. They know what her car looks like. I guarantee they knew what this was because they're always going to protect their investment, and nothing is bigger than the logo. Nothing is going to be bigger than the logo. I promise you.
But I'm going to tell you something. Boy, the Big Ten is batting 1,000 getting rid of black coaches with the same cause.
Hey,
they got Mel Tucker with the same thing. Now this dummy gonna fall for the same thing.
Hey,
when they gonna learn? Matter of fact, Coach, it's a challenge that's going around on YouTube.
What's that?
The 50-year-old challenge. The 50-year-old challenge. I ain't gonna go no deeper than that. But it's the 50-year-old challenge that's going around on YouTube. Them dudes crazy.
50-year-old challenge.
They crazy. When you go watch the 50-year-old challenge, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, they damn mind.
I gotta check it out. The 50-year-old challenge. I don't know. We gotta check that out.
And if you know what it is, you know what I'm talking about. But you keep making the same mistakes. Well, you see this Kobe Bryant. You got what's the dude, the actor. You keep seeing it. They keep doing it. I don't feel sorry for him.
My man, he with the Celtics. My man with the Celtics, the coach from the Celtics.
They keep getting got.
Yeah.
They think it's a game.
Oh, it is a game.
Hey,
it's a game, and they think they winning. That is literally the definition of you won the battle, but you ain't gonna win the war.
No, because she is a pawn for the war.
Oh, Jonathan Majors. Majors, you talking about.
Now he get fired. Look, check this out, Coach. Now, Buddy get fired. Now, you've seen all these coaches throughout NCAA football get fired and get a lump sum paid out. Now, you get fired with cause. Mel Tucker get fired with cause, no generational wealth.
And I got some worse for you. And your wife finna divorce you because she got public embarrassment.
And she's gonna take more.
She got half, Eddie. She got publicly embarrassed, right? Everybody knows what's going on. Nowhere in the world, Your Honor, can I go and not relive this moment. The kids, I have to protect them when they go to school. The other children are going to pick on them about what their father did. And I don't know. I'll feel good with 80%, Your Honor. But hey, but I'll be happy with 70%, Your Honor.
They should know if the bunny don't have short hair and long nails, don't mess with her. If she ain't got a dump truck with short hair and long nails, she ain't for you, champ.
Hey man, all I can tell you is, boy. Hey, all I can tell you is, I hope he never loses his memory, because that's all you got left was memories. Because boy, you're gonna be stuck.
He finna get hit with your stuff. He finna hit with alimony. What he gonna be out here? He gonna be selling oranges.
You weren't with me shooting in the gym? I love it, man.
And then look though, Coach, Mel Tucker ain't had a job yet.
What's up? No.
He threw.
And what they said, they came out and said the lady lied, huh? Like it was consensual.
They still ain't pay that man.
Yeah.
Boy, look, stay out of the Big Ten if you're a coach.
Yeah.
And leave them alone. Leave them alone, bro. It's not good for your health, champ. That shit ain't going the way you think it's gonna go. It's not gonna work the way you think it's gonna work.
No, it's
never does. And then your kids, they have identity crisis. I don't want to sound like a bigot. It just is what it is.
LMV, hold up. LMV, go to bed. It's over for you. Your night is done, LMV. You got 5 minutes. Top corner right here.
But
he talking about, hey, I told you, heard what I said? You heard what I say, Nazar?
Hey, Coach.
You heard what I told
him? What's he say?
I said, she wasn't with me shooting in the gym. LV come back talking about, but he was shooting in her gym.
She right. Hey, LV, the amount of time LV got in the corner, she should be banned from television.
Well, I tell you, LV.
Coach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, LV. Hey, LV the world.
She the MVP,
LV the
man.
greatest.
She the MVP.
I rock with LV. She the MVP. Because I'm gonna let you go, man. Hey, I'm
For sure.
But I don't want Hurricane fans to get their hopes up high. I'm a diehard Hurricane fan.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Don't get your hopes up high.
Don't get
your hopes up high.
Hold up. Hold up. Now, I ain't gonna let you come on here and speak that blasphemy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't listening for that.
Man,
that one quick moment.
Man, I'm being realistic.
Man, it ain't time to be realistic.
Boy, hey.
It ain't time to do me a favor. Write it down on a sheet of paper. Take a picture of it with today's newspaper so we know you said it. And if that's the case, we'll talk about it after the fact.
Coach. Hey, me and you cut from the same cloth.
Not today.
Well, they make this. Hey, if they make it out of this, we ain't the Hurricanes more. We Hercules. This is a daunting task.
It is a Herculean task.
It is, bro.
Yes,
it
sir.
is. It's crazy as hell, man. I don't know. Miami should have been number 8. That'd have been better. I'd rather play Texas A&M, Ohio State, Georgia. Even if they beat Ohio State, when they get to Georgia, they beat up.
All right, well, we're going to find out, man. Let me run through this thing. That's what they backing up in here, but they coming. They ready for old Coach.
Take it easy, Coach. I'm listening.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right, shout out to Nass in the building. He done got me hot. I got to turn the fan on in this joint, man. God, he got my blood pressure up. Let me take a sip of cane juice right quick. Y'all tough. Coach ready for it, though. 228 people in the building, man. Rocking and rolling. Go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button. We just broke 45,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all in the building. Oh, let me get a good one on here, man. Studio One Live. Soccer God. Talk to me.
Malachi! Took Ray spot. Took Ray spot. I'm sorry, man. I became anti-Ray a bit. Nothing to do with him. He's a good kid. Wish him good luck. Hope he make the league. But I fought for X-Man, Xavier Restrepo. These fans want to throw away they players so fast. I remember last year when Lyle bust on the scene. They were like, oh, we need to throw away Fletcher. Oh, put Lyle in. Now I'm hearing people talking about, oh, Lyle need to hit the portal. I said, wait a minute. Why y'all want to throw your players away so fast? Stop it. Oh. What's up, Coach?
I'm chilling. Like I say, I get it, right? I understand how the process goes. I think, like I say, man, I'm a coach, man, so my heart is going to always be with the players, especially if they're not a headache, right? They're not a person who creates a black eye to this program, right? Like, so what I don't see the benefit of our fan base, and I'm not saying you did this, but benefit of people just kind of he sucked, get him out of here. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
When they talk like that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't like when they talk like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we don't want him to catch no game-winning touchdown against us. He went to SMU over. Let's say he can go to SMU. We don't want him to get a game-winning touchdown against us.
Well, that's true, but they should have let him go.
Okay, then.
Yeah,
so I'll holler. Good luck to you, sir. Shed no tears. And then, why they ain't learning the Cat Williams lesson, Coach?
Who was that? What was the Cat Williams lesson?
Leave them heifers alone.
Can I tell you something? Y'all don't want to believe this. I don't know what y'all think, but that tunnel of goodness is undefeated. Let me explain something. I don't know whatever your county jail is or your state prison is. A lot of people in there because of that. Wherever your cemetery, hold on, whatever the cemetery is in your city, that you know where all of us go. You know I'm talking about over off 135th in Miami. You know I'm talking about by Pepper Park. I'm gonna leave it nameless, but y'all know what I'm saying. A day memorial, full of it, because of that tunnel of goodness. It's undefeated, and it ain't going nowhere. And my favorite line from the Movies Player Club: the most beautiful things I ever heard when that man say, "Pay me," and that's how pimping started in Africa. That's all I want to say.
Listen, though, I get you, but I know it sounds conspiratorial, but I wonder if the guy's married, right? I'm assuming.
Yes.
See, that's the first fault. You're cheating on your wife. So anytime you get caught cheating and you're married, you're gonna have a price to pay. But I do wonder if the guy was cheating with a black chick, how much this would have been displayed,
I don't know.
I know they always seem to be cheating with these white women, and there's nothing wrong with, color, nothing like that, but just note observating, so there's observations.
I understand.
Like, dang.
So what about these Canes?
I think we got 5 30-point victories, and that's the most since 2001. So, yeah, I'll never agree that this team could ever be better than that 2001 Cane team, but I'm going to start comparing them. And I believe you'll owe us, man. You owe me this favor. Mm-hmm. We run through this gauntlet, the toughest path that there is, and win a natty. We need to have a head-to-head comparison show. Pull up the roster, because I consider 2001, 2002 the same team, basically. Because they robbed us.
No problem.
They robbed us. We should have had back-to-back. That's why it's a revenge tour. That's why Ohio State, we get to strip them of their defending natty championship title, take that from them, boom. Go to Georgia, knock them off, and, and in Indiana Cinderella season with a hope and a dream. You know what I'm saying? So I start comparing them. Now, the only thing we'll never say, Ed Reed and Sean Taylor could get replaced. So we know that's number one. But then when you go to looking at all the other individual pieces from the O-line to the D-line and the cornerback, are getting a little close. Now, the linebacker, we had that elite, and the running back got an elite. But quarterback, I think back better than Dorsey. Receivers probably near Andre Johnson, yeah. And then the only reason why we'll never give it to him because the 2002-1 team, they already got the accolades. They got the Hall of Fame jacket. They got the NFL successes. All that stamped in. But if these players get drafted, where I think they might get drafted, and go on and have illustrious careers, we'll look back on this moment and say, I don't know, y'all. And then we'll have the younger generation swearing us down. This team is better than the 2001 team.
Sir, can I say this to you real quick? I don't want you to hear these names.
I know the names.
I know you do.
Know the whole
I know, but you said Ken Dorsey, right? Maybe from an arm talent perspective, but from a cerebral perspective, he was not better than Ken Dorsey. Beck, that is. That's just my opinion.
I don't know, man. Beck is the all-time passing leader in CAA, winning leader. Like he got the most wins of any. I don't know.
Play 6 years.
And he played in the Gauntlet SEC 23-2. And I don't know, boy. Dorsey had that superior talent always around him.
There you go. And that right there proves the point. But anyway.
No, we talk. I said
Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, Willis McGay.
That's why I'm saying.
Hold on. Clint
got superior talent. And that's why he had 80%.
Hold on. I get it. I'm just going to do this really quickly. I'm not going to go through everybody. I'm just going to just pop up a name. Clinton Portis, Andre Johnson, Gold Jacket, Jeremy Shockey, Brian McKinney, Vince Wilfork, Jonathan Vilma, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, Antrell Roll, Philip Buchanan. Bruh, this not even, I would love to do that show, studio. Matter of fact, let's book it right now.
No, you can't do it. You can't do it until after this playoff.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I want to. I know, but listen.
Dominate.
Book it. Hold on, but listen, just let's book it. Me and you, we'll come on here together. I'll let you take this year's team. I'll take the 01 team, and we'll go position by position.
I know you're gonna beat me up, man, because you got Hall of Fame jackets to back everything up. Obviously, that's what I'm trying to. We're gonna use nothing but college stats then.
Sir, I'll just do this. Let's forget the players.
No, we're gonna use the college stats.
I know, forget the players. How about just this as a team? On offense, 42.6 points per game. On defense, 9.8 points per game. That's it. I'm done. We ain't got nothing else to talk about.
I got 13 points close.
Close only good in horseshoes and hand grenades, studio.
I already said it won't be the 2001. But it's probably the next. It could be considered around somewhere around in the next.
I think it'd be a fun show.
Teams.
It'd be good content. It'd be good content.
It could be considered if they win the natty. Now this is provided they run through this shit and smash this shit. Now this ain't provided no lucky bounce. This how they look. This provided on how they look to me, in my opinion, to really like say this and be really feeling this for real.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm looking at, okay, you got the Reuben Bain could be the first top pick. Moulton could be a top pick. Wesley Bassane and Torrey kind of remind me of our linebackers if they just turn it on a little bit more in this playoffs. Cause we were looking for Wesley to be one of them guys.
I got you.
He's kind of had flashes, but not quite. These playoffs can stamp a memory on the young generation. They gonna swear us down that this team better than I don't believe it.
Listen,
but I think you can compare it now.
Listen, studio, I'm gonna just say this to you before I push on here. Go get you some cane juice. Double up on the cane, a little bit less on the juice. And then we can have that talk. Ain't no way in the world.
Let's be honest.
The kickers ain't even close.
Let's be honest, Coach.
Yeah.
If Mario Cristobal would have coached like he got during the supposed, let's just say he had, you know how he been opening up off of these last 4 games and did that like he was supposed to do the entire year, and we run through Louisville. We run through SMU. And all of a sudden, we looking like this undefeated. We finna run through these championships, and there'll be a little bit more momentum on that. You know what I mean?
Guess what?
2001 is the best team hands. I agree.
I'll say this. I'll say this to you. If Sharon Moore kept his pickle in the jar, he still have a job. So if means a lot. My man.
If we win that natty, I want that head up show because I'm finna put some stats. Because I've been looking at some stats.
Go ahead,
and that's why I'm like, ooh, I don't know. I'm looking at some games and some scores. We had some close games. We could have dropped. We had 1 or 2 close games. We could have dropped back then. What we got to do, we didn't pull them through this year. You know what I mean? So
anyway, I'll say this last thing. I'll say the last thing, studio. If Mel Tucker would have never picked up that cell phone, he still have a job today. If
I got something for you, though.
I'm ready. Well, you hold it tight.
2001. No, hold on. I'm going to go back to 2001, and I'm going to look at the top 12 teams, and I'm going to like, will this team, how good it would it win? Because we had to play sorry-ass Nebraska. I was disappointed. I said, man, they supposed to have got us something way better than that. You know what I'm saying? So you see the 2002 when they put up against Ohio State, it was a tougher game to the point where they could G us out the championship. You know what I'm saying? So you got to play Texas A&M, Ohio State, Georgia, and Indiana 4-0. Man, that's hard for any team to do, brother. And if this team can do it, man, they showing me they is an elite team, brother. And I'm going to compare it.
Not saying they're not.
I might. All right, brother.
Here's the only thing I'm going to say. Love you too.
Hey, man, y'all go to studio1live.com/pick, bro. I got some nice articles for you. I believe I helped get us in the playoffs because I wrote several articles while Notre Dame was being protected by the committee. I did my part.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's why I'm extra happy because I was gonna boycott these playoffs if they left us out, coach. I was gonna watch now game. Who would have wanted to watch a three-peat between BYU and God darn it, Texas Tech? Who wanted to watch a three-peat between Georgia and Alabama? I already don't want to watch this dang on repeat with Alabama and Oklahoma. Who want to watch that? Uninspiring. Let's just be real.
My last
my
last lounge studio.
I got full throttle.
My last.
Malachi! I'm out, coach.
Peace. My man, Studio One live. Y'all go check that boy out. He all the way live. My last if Bobby Petrino would have rode in the car instead of a motorcycle, he might still have his job. Anyway, y'all follow me on that. Anyway, let me get to the next caller here, man. He members, boy. Y'all members all the way live in here tonight, man. All right, here we go. We got Get Down Brown. Get Down Brown. Go ahead and take this thing to the next level, man.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me, man?
Loud and clear.
Hey, and here's the deal now. I'm gonna just give him a quick. I've been a Hurricane fan since 1983, and I appreciate you standing up for the greatest college football team of all time. Nothing against the first two callers or the three callers. One of them was talking out of both sides. Like he told us don't get too excited. Then he was telling us. I mean, I don't know, but everybody got an opinion. But let me just address that.
Uh-huh.
There's no team that we've had since Miami been playing football that's greater than the 2001 team. This team that we currently got, they don't have 14 first rounders on it. The late, great John Madden said that the 2001 Miami Hurricanes would have beat 3 NFL teams, in his opinion. And he's on the cover of the Madden football game.
That's right.
Now, I ain't going to spend too much energy on it. I mean, but we got to beat Texas A&M first before any comparison starts. It's like, and yeah, those teams, they got to win their games too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the great Chris Berman say, that's why they played the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm excited about invading College Station. This game is the most anticipated out of the entire college football matchups. Really, nobody else cares about none of the other games. And I'm going to give everybody that's listening one free pick outside of our Canes winning on Kyle Field. Oklahoma going to beat Alabama to sleep for the second time.
Mm.
They shouldn't even be in the college football playoffs with 3 losses. So South Carolina exposed a lot. I'm currently watching that game. Texas exposed a lot with this dangerous, explosive Texas A&M team. And I heard their coach say something, and it's going around social media. He was tired of hearing about the turnover chain when we had Gaddis as the offensive coordinator that handicapped us so bad. And I think we scored 3 points with Tyler, I'll give it away, Van Dyke as quarterback. But this ain't that team.
Yes, sir.
And finally, before I go, not to be selfish, Carson Beck could not carry Ken Dorsey jockstrap. Outside of the Washington loss in 2004, we went on a tear. Ken Dorsey didn't lose. Ken Dorsey didn't go on the road and throw 4-5 picks at home. Never, ever. And if somebody think Carson Beck better than Ken Dorsey, tell him Carson Beck to get us to 6 natty. The one for the thumb. Do us like that. And man, appreciate you letting me slide in. Hey, we got 10 days on the wake up, and we'll be at Kyle Field. Let's go 1-0, man. Go Canes.
Yes, sir. Go Canes.
Yes.
My man, Get Down Brown, been a Cane fan since 1983, the year of our Lord. My man, Get Down Brown. Listen, Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Breaking news. Somebody put it in the chat. I looked it up. If you think things can get bad, oh, hell no. It get worse. Listen to this. Police detain ex-Michigan head coach Sharon Moore after firing. God dang. They going all the way hard on this man. Breaking. Ex-Michigan coach Sharon Moore was detained by police in Saline, Michigan this evening and turned over to police in Pittsfield Township for investigation into potential charges of a criminal nature. Bro, they don't know what the charges are yet. They just said of a criminal nature. He probably went whoops upside old girl head, probably, or something. I don't know what happened. But anyway, whoo. Boy, all that for some pickle tickle. Boy. Huh? You know when they say talk to the hand, that's what you should have did, boy. Talk to the hand. That's all I'm going to tell you. I don't know. Anyway, let me get the next call on the line here. Jamel from DC, what's up, baby?
Coach, what it do, man? What it do?
The boy said the pickle in a pickle. LMV, 5 more minutes in the corner. I'm done. I'm tired of this, LMV. You got to be stopped. The pickle in a pickle. Get over there, LMV, right now. I'm done. Anyway, talk to me. What's up, Jamel?
Hey, man, nephews, man, they locked in, man. They ready. I think they ready, Coach. You know, and all the big games they usually get up for. They usually got a pep in their step.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Coop come out that locker room and walk straight to the opponent, the other team, I know what he on.
Okay.
And you start having proof on them other dudes. They did it at Pitt. I seen them at Pitt do it. I seen them do it at Virginia Tech. I seen them do it at Notre Dame. I went to those 3 games. So I think they're gonna come with that energy, man. And I think us finally getting into that playoffs, I think that's when, you know, that took the monkey off their back. Because, you know, since Cristobal been here, the thing is, you know, been the playoffs. We all know what happened last year.
Playoffs?
You know, I think Cam Ward, when he got here, that sped up that process. Because if you look at the rest of that roster, that team just wasn't. There's so many holes there. And I think Cam Ward just, you know, made up for a lot of the stuff.
Right.
But, you know, I think it's something to be said when, you know, a team is talented, but it's a dark cloud over their head. In our case, I feel like it was the playoffs. It was like, could we finally do it? So I'm truly excited to see how they're going to play loose. Because, you know, the people that's declaring for the draft early and the seniors, they know this is it. It ain't no game. It ain't no possibly, we win and maybe we get one more. This is it. Every game is your last right now. So I know them dudes by to leave it out there. The only thing I need to know, well, not that I need to know, we all going to find out is if Mario going to be uptight in that game or he going to, you know, be how he been the last 4 weeks. So that's going to be, you know, something that's going to tell of that game. If, you know, I do think we're going to have to run Fletcher a little bit more in that game just because it's physical. You're playing that type of team. You're going to have to get Fletcher some of them touches. But as long as Mario don't go back to that, trying to have us do that play calling we did against SMU in Louisville, we should be fine, man.
Yeah.
We should be fine.
I'll just say this, man. Go ahead, Jamel. Go ahead. You got it.
I was about to say, I think those injuries we had ironically helped us too, because first of all, that showed how much depth we had. Because we never had that type of depth the last couple of years. But for us to be able for players to go down and young dudes get live reps. So now when you need them, Justin Scott been balling. So now, you know, it ain't no stepping back for him. He ready to go. So you telling me we can get David Blay if he does what he was doing all year, Mo the way he playing, and you got Justin Scott the way he playing? That's serious. You get Ethan O'Connor, Damari Brown. They've been playing a lot anyway. But, you know, you got DB depth right there. By Keontae Scott going down, you got Fitzgerald getting out there a little bit more. Bobby Pruitt getting out there a little bit more. So Dylan Day. So now those guys, you know, they kind of a little bit more, you know, a flow was going on. I've been seeing a lot more linebacker rotation. I'm seeing a lot more Chase Smith, a lot more Popo. So just I think these players going down, even CJ Daniels, getting JoJo out there, even though JoJo ain't, going for 100 yards right now, I think those repetitions and all of that stuff is getting some of the nervousness out of these dudes' system. So when they step on that field, they're not going to be as, shell shocked when you're playing in front of 100,000. But still, they've been playing the last 6 or 7 weeks. So I think that's what come back and help us, coach, them young dudes being able to get some of that time out there with That's what I think, coach.
No, listen, everything you said is spot on, right? I think, injuries are what they are. They are inevitable. But I think as an opportunity, the guys that had the chance to step up, stepped up, right? We saw Pringle emerge, like you said, Scott and so forth. But here's what I will say. Going back to the Coach Cristobal thing, I hear a lot of people bringing his name up, but I don't believe it's him. I believe it's the Dawson and the Heatherman. They are the ones who's going to have to get the game going, because I just think Cristobal at this point, like you said, you're still the captain of the ship, but the first mate who's running it. You know what I mean? You kind of overseeing it at this point. And he's just not that involved. Like if you watch Georgia and you watch Kirby Smart, he's a very active and involved head coach, especially defensively. That's what he was, defensive coordinator. He's all over it. He's active, so forth and so on. But if you look at Cristobal, he has to be the guy that is the voice of reason, right? When things go great, keep the motivation rolling. Things go wrong, get them back on track, right? I'm not talking about the coach. I'm talking about the players. He's got to be that. Right. You got to let your coaches get comfortable. You got 2 coordinators here, and they got a lot going on. 100,000. Because don't think the crowd doesn't affect coaching either. We all humans, dog. Like, we all humans. And you can feel that energy. Even as a coach, you can feel that energy. So let them get in their bag. You say, hey, guys, I trust y'all. I hired y'all. You got us to this point. Guess what? I'm trusting that you're going to take us to this point unless, the wheels just totally fall off this joint. I'm going to make sure the players stay engaged. I'm going to make sure they stay on track, and I'm going to make sure they stay focused. Y'all stay focused on the play sheets, the play calling, the tendencies, the guys upstairs, whatever's going on. Y'all take care of that. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to make sure the soldiers are ready to fight and pull that trigger. Y'all make sure y'all get the game plan out and tell me where you need to send the soldiers and deploy them. That's how I look at it. So Cristobal's biggest feat is to keep the people engaged, keep the players engaged, and keep them motivated to keep attacking. Let the 2 guys with the control, let them do their thing from this part up here. That's just how I look at it.
Are you saying that's what Cristobal is doing, or are you saying that's what?
No, I'm saying that's what he needs to do. I'm saying that's what he needs. That's what needs to happen going forward. And like I said, I don't have any definitive thing to say he is or is not in the way. I don't. People can speculate. I don't know. Okay, that's fine. But I personally don't. I'm just saying I personally don't. What I do know is we here now, and I said it in the other show, and I'll say it again today for maybe some new listeners. This is no time to have any regrets. When that clock hit all 4 zeros, regardless of the outcome, you should not be saying to yourself, dang, man, I wish I would have called that timeout. Oh, man, I wish I would have ran this formation. Man, if I would have just ran that reverse, we had it. If I would have just called that blitz. Those are regrets. I want you to walk out there and say, I ain't got no more bullets left in my fire. I ain't have nothing left, coach. I gave everything I had. We called everything we had tonight. They were just a better team. See, when you have regrets, that means you could have still won the game. There are some times I've coached a game where the other team was just better. I don't care. I threw everything at them, and I just couldn't. You can't beat them. They were just better team, right? It's just what it was. They were hammered down with their coaching. They were hammered down with their discipline. They were hammered down with their talent. They were hammered down with their execution. They were just as focused as I was, but talent overwhelmed us. And if that's the case, Coach Hayes ain't got no gripes. None. I won't have a problem. I don't have an issue whatsoever, because that is the reality of this game. Forget what we wish. I'm telling you what I know. That's all I can tell you.
Right.
You understand me? Now, if you go out there and say, hey, man, we didn't take advantage of this, man, they were soft on the edge over here. They were soft in the middle part in the intermediate zone. If they sitting easy in zone 6 and we running still 4 and 9, come on, man. Come on.
So essentially, this would sound like you saying. Essentially, what you would be saying to a Heatherman or a Dawson in that case is coach every damn playoff game, especially start with this one, like it's the last one. Because you know how earlier we had all these plays, but we never used them? Dawson, I don't give a damn what you better use every play you got in the chamber for us to win this game. And then we win this game, we go to the next one, you better figure out some more plays or something else and coach that one the same way. Don't leave nothing left on the plate. Finish your breakfast. That's what I would say to Dawson and Heatherman. Well, Heatherman looked like he kind of got that. He got them crazy eyes, so it looked like he gonna think like that. But Dawson better not leave. Well, I don't care if it's whatever trick play you ain't called yet. You better not take it home with you. Like whatever play we ain't called, coach.
1,000%.
He better use every. And I'd much rather us win this game and then go. Let's say we get down the line and we ran out of all the plays and we showed all our good plays. Well, hey man, that is what it is. But we better not take not a play home, not a
1,000.
We didn't use this season.
1,000%.
Anything like that. And
1,000%.
What I was saying to you about the Mario situation was not saying that he's doing that now, but he had an interview came out the other day. I said it was 12-2, where Mario was saying that essentially he had to remember where he was at, saying that he left Miami, of course, so he went to Alabama under Saban, and he got mentorship from other places where it took him a while, and I guess people had to get on him and let him know, hey bro, you in Miami, we entertain down here, we dance, we do our thing when we play. We got a little swagger to us, a little showboating. With, when we play SMU, remember they started to say it looked like the team wasn't having fun. Well, Mario had to remember, like, hey, and he said it. He was like, I told everybody to just cut it loose. Told the coordinators to cut it loose, saying like we gotta play the way we play, like our kids.
That's fair.
I can't treat this like this Nick Saban and everything like just concrete and by the book. No, that's not. You don't recruit South Florida kids like. You can't have a kid like JoJo without swag. I feel like that's where his game comes from.
Correct.
I feel like his game comes from like the swagger.
1,000%.
So
1,000.
I think that switch right there helped us, coach.
Yeah, 1,000%. I'll say this last piece, and I got to run here, Jamel. But I'm glad you said that. And as a player, I don't know. I didn't know Coach Cristobal as a player, and he may have, as a player himself, individually, he may have been a no nonsense guy. He may have been a guy. Just because your team parties, that doesn't mean you party, right? Just because Michael Irvin and Randall Hill and all these people having a good time, you might just be about your business, go to the sideline, sit on the bench, wait your turn, get back out there and smash again. But when you become the head coach, as he has become, you have to know how to read the room. People don't love the Miami Hurricanes because of our discipline. They love the Miami Hurricanes because of how undisciplined we were. And I'm saying that in regards to the showboating, I mean, right? Because when you look at football is about, people always try to equate it to armed services, military, right? A regiment, follow this, got to be serious, da-da-da. When you score, act like you've been there before, right? All of that kind of stuff. Well, one thing I loved about the crib, we never act like we've been there before. The whole U documentary was made off of with Luke. Don't stop. And man, they dancing. It's all about the U. The limelight, the atmosphere. Think about it. No other school had this except maybe USC. Might be the closest school to have this type of environment. I'm talking about so far as the city, being in LA, us being in Miami.
Right.
So we lived a pro lifestyle. Our kids going to the big club. We ain't going to the pub or to the college bar, dive bar. We going to the club with the movie stars and the actors and everybody else at. And so we lived a bigger lifestyle. And so Coach Cristobal may not have lived that lifestyle as a player, and that's okay. But now that you're the head coach, you have to understand the institution in which you are now leading, that this is what made us. Right? Now, if you want to go to Penn State and wear a tie because Joe Paterno, that was their culture, I get it. I understand that. But when it comes to the crib, baby, that's what made the you the you. And I love it, man. But let me go ahead and push Jamel, man. Thank you so much for bringing that up, man. I really do appreciate it.
All good, coach.
My man's. All right, let me get to the next call. I know, God, we rolling in here today, man. Oh, get down, bro. Okay, who else we got? Oh, Chi-Town Kane. Chi-Town Kane, Ohio player. I'm coming to you. Then I'm going to 7,800. I know that number, 7,800. I don't know who that is. And then 97.99. Talk to us, Shy.
What's good, Coach, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, brother. How are you, man?
Cold. We about
Man.
to hit negative 20 this weekend.
Not me.
It's not feeling good, bro.
I see why Sharon Moore was trying to find a warm place to crawl into. God, it's cold up there, man.
Yeah, but I don't know, the safe place to get away from snow is to get you a snow bunny. I don't know if that fits.
You know, rabbits live in holes. Well, you know, rabbits live in holes. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. We'll speak on that.
Hey, Coach, I love my sister.
You know what? I'm sorry. Let me do this right quick. I apologize. Vernon gave $5 on Cash App. I apologize. I had it up and missed it. Let's go, Canes. Thank you, Vernon. $5 on Cash App. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, man. Thank y'all so much. All right, go ahead. Talk to us.
Yeah, no, I go for sisters, Coach. I don't go for no snow. That's not my style.
I understand, man.
But
hey.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, I don't know why people are comparing this team to 01. I don't understand. We can't have that conversation for at least another 10 years until we see what all these players do in the league. And then even then, we need to see how many of them get there. Because the fact that 01, if the offense wouldn't have scored not 1 point, Miami would have gone 8-5. And you mean to tell me that this team is comparable? No way. Never.
Yeah.
No.
Well, let me do this. I'm gonna say this, Shy. Don't kill my argument before I can have it, because I'm ready to dance, if you know what I'm saying. So, no, I think it's a great talk. I really do. Based on what Studio said, on honest, he knows and I know that we know 01 is better. But I do like what he said. I'm sorry, not Studio, I apologize, but NASA, what he said, going through that kind of gauntlet, I think it's a good talking and for good content. I definitely do believe that. But yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for anybody to say even the 19 LSU Tigers. Now they was stacked, but they still weren't touching them Canes, baby.
Oh, absolutely. And on top of that, I think as far as storyline go, like on the way to the Natty, there's no better storyline. You got, what was one thing that all the old school Miami teams did? Whenever they went to Texas or Oklahoma, they would beat down on that team. So right. Miami's going to Texas A&M next weekend.
Correct.
After that, it's a revenge game against Ohio State. And yes, I know Miami and Ohio State played, 2010 and 09, whatever years that was. I get it. Mm-hmm. But it's different now. Like it's a little different because Miami fans haven't tasted that national championship almost there yet in a while. Mm-hmm. So that's a whole different feeling. After that, because I think it's going to be Georgia, you got a Beck versus Georgia reunion revenge tour. And then after you get through all that, you get to finish at the crib for the national championship game. Mm-hmm. Like that storyline by far is one of the best ones. I will agree to that because that is a great route to get to where Miami's been trying to get back to. Mm-hmm. And your previous caller, I saw Mario when he was doing that interview, and he said exactly that. And I think it definitely
was that with Joey Galloway and Kirk Herbstreit. Was that interview?
I think so. I can't remember the exact details, But I do remember him saying something along the lines that he had to remember where he's from.
Right.
And, you know, yeah, I definitely think it was a bit of he had to remind himself where he's at. Because, you know, like if you look at his path, I mean, you coach under Nick Saban for a number of years. Then you go up to Oregon, who ain't got no type of personality up there. You know, like you definitely had to remember yourself. And yeah, like the running game is fine. Miami fans have seen that with Al Golden. We've been in I formation when teams are going spread. Like we've all seen that before. But South Florida athletes aren't built for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not. Like you could build the trenches like you're gonna play that game. That is perfectly fine. It's worked out well. But for you to think that you could turn Miami into, you know, what Nick Saban turned Alabama into,
Right.
and
I'll say this, yeah, but let me say this. I think maybe Coach Cristobal didn't realize two things can exist: that you can have tough trenches and exciting perimeter, right?
Absolutely.
He also has to understand this: that Nick Saban understood that my offense has to evolve. I can't just be great defense, ball control offense anymore because the game is evolving. Recruiting particular personnel has changed, right? So
Absolutely.
what is that? So what do? I go get a Lane Kiffin, right? And allow him
back
to
him up with a Sarkeesian.
But not even that. Yeah, no, but I go get a Lane Kiffin and allow I like I said, I don't think either one of them like each other as a person. But I think both of them definitely have the ultimate respect for one another as a coach. And Nick Saban understood this. And this is the value of being a leader, to understand your weaknesses and step aside and let others do it for you. And I think when I looked at Alabama, you looked at them for all those years, and the Mark Ingram and the Julios and so forth and so on. Look at the kind of quarterbacks they got, game manager type quarterbacks that Cam Newton talks about. You go look at Miami, right? Go look at Miami, game manager type quarterbacks, i.e. Ken Dorsey, right? Right, game manager, very cerebral. But he allowed Lane Kiffin to come in and kind of revamp that offense to fit as the times were changing and as the way recruiting went. And I think that's where Coach Cristobal got stuck in the mud for a quick moment. Like, now we got to do it like this, and then realize this game is literally evolving right under his feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so hopefully he can run with it.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. And hopefully he can run with it.
Well, yeah. I mean, even when Saban ran power I and would just run people to death, he always had that South Florida wide receiver that could stretch the field.
Correct.
He had Amari Cooper for that first run. Then it was Calvin Ridley, and then when he went full spread, he had Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think that Mario forgot that certain aspect. And yeah, like you could have an idea of how you want your team to be. Like if you want to bring the Alabama work ethic of where if you are a football player at Miami, you are a professional. Mm-hmm. Football is what you do, and that is all you're going to do. That's perfectly fine. But when it's on the field, right, and you have better athletes than about 80% of college football, I'm never going to just put them in a cage and be like, I'm going to try and fit you into this system. I'm going to have you run all over the place and dare other teams to keep up with you. Because that's all it is. Like my athletes are better than yours. Mm-hmm. And if you beat me and my athletes with your athletes just making more plays, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow. But at the same time, like you can't say that you did anything wrong. It's just that they executed better.
1,000%. That's it.
And I definitely think that he's finally found his sweet spot. Like, you know what I mean? I think he's found that.
Well, I'll say this, Sha. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I think he recognized. I'll say this. Sure. I think he may have recognized his sweet spot, but you got to do something a couple of times to make it a pattern. So just because he said it, I want to make sure he does it right, because he can say anything, But we're going to find out in 9 days, 14 hours, 14 minutes, and 55, 54, 53 seconds, my man. You know, but go ahead.
Oh, and also on the Sharon Moore, as soon as he got fired, he went to that woman's house, threatened harm to her, and threatened to unalive himself, all within the span of an hour.
Is that what happened?
That is actually what happened.
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Breaking news. Say it one more time, Bredron.
Like, first of all, why? Like I'm in Chicago, so there's a whole bunch of Michigan people around that are actually texting me.
I don't know if that's true
about
or not,
what's going on.
That's tough. That's tough, bro.
But
hold on. I want to read. Hold on, because you said something kind of quick, so I want to make sure I heard you right. When it came out, you said he went to that young lady's house, he threatened her, and threatened to unalive himself.
And her, he threatened her with a knife, and then put the knife to himself and threatened to end himself. And apparently, now I'm not saying this is facts, but apparently there's a rumor that the young lady is pregnant. Right,
I heard that. Real quick, I'll say this. Allegedly, I got to do like how they do on the Breakfast Club. Allegedly, all of this is what happened. I don't have no money to be getting sued now for defamation of character. So allegedly,
allegedly, he will be going. Yeah, like allegedly, he did all this within an hour of being fired. Yeah, and he's detained, so he's under arrest right now. So yeah, that's
man. They finna have that boy in the Baker Act, boy. They finna have that boy like this, looking like Hannibal Lecter. Fava beans.
For sure. Now, what's crazy is if he just got fired for going in the tunnel of goodness or whatever the hell you called it, he'd be able to land back on his feet. But after all this, you're gone too far.
You're gone too far, Bredron.
You're gone too far.
Hey, listen.
Like that.
No, but can I tell you this? Listen, I don't understand it, but I get it.
I don't. I have never had something in my life that good to the point where I'm worrying about ending my own life.
No. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, LV, go to bed. You done. I keep telling you done for the night. He's in a sweet and sour pickle. LV, you got 5 minutes in this corner right here again. Another 5 minutes. What I'm saying is, in a flash, and I'm going to tell you what's scary about that. I don't understand. To react that way, that means I think he got surprised that he was getting fired. It didn't like somebody told him, hey, man, look, this was happening. This was going on, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, for sure. He thought everything was good. Like, he thought, we just went, what did Michigan go, 9-3? Like, we about to go to a bowl game. We got Bryce Underwood at quarterback. Like, he's thinking that everything's sweet, as LV says, sweet and sour.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this. When I first heard he got fired, I'm like, dang, they gonna fire the dude, man, because he lost to Ohio State. Bro, they were number one team in the nation, bro. That's tough work. Then they come out with the allegations. So then, of course, the conspiracy theories come out. But if that boy reacted like that, well, listen, it's all going to come out in the wash. And all I can say is, Lord of mercy, Lord, Shot-Town, let me run, man. Let me knock down some of these calls here. We're going to get it in, brother.
Yeah, for sure. And I hope Ray land on his feet, man. He got here when Restrepo was doing Restrepo things. And then Malley is just the next one up. And, Ray, I hope he goes to SMU. Has a great career.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna bad talk a person for going to Miami and deciding to leave Miami unless they're just poisoning the program. But it seems like Ray was all about business. Never said a bad thing about any coach, and just wants a chance and an opportunity to get to the league. So I'm not gonna talk bad about Ray.
Sure.
So.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely, man.
All right.
All right, so I
Coach, I'm
appreciate you,
gonna
man.
put all these heaters.
Yes, sir.
All
All right, Shot-Town Kane. Pittman started back in Africa. First Mel Tugger, then Sharon wants some more. I ain't never going back to Michigan. Ever. Ever. Never. Where's Black Butterfly? Anybody seen Black Butterfly? She don't talk to me no more. I don't know where Black Butterfly is at. Anyway, call in Black Butterfly and talk to you. Ohio player on the line. Talk to us.
What's up, Coach Hayes?
What's up, my brother? How you doing today, man?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm kind of bittersweet. My Ohio State University. Hey, pick some good things from them, and they're gonna have that Cane juice ready for y'all, and gonna defeat y'all. 'Cause I do expect y'all to win y'all first round playoff game, but that's it. No.
So you hold on. I hear what you hold on. I see what you tried to lay down, but I ain't picking it up. You trying to say we're gonna win Texas A&M, but because we play Ohio State after that, because you Ohio State fan, we ain't gonna win that game.
Yes.
Ohio player.
No, they motivated like crazy. Take
that. I hope long we don't have that doggone referee no more. What was his name? Jerry Terry. Yeah, take this. All right. What else you got to say?
But Sharon, boy, he a Michigan man, but like I said, he's still a brother at the end of the day. And I'm a Ohio State fan, so I shouldn't care that much, but I thought he got a raw deal because they've been knowing about this for like 2 or 3 months. I guarantee you, and you know this too, to be true too. If they had to be Ohio State, this would have been swept on the road. This would have been a non-issue.
I said the same thing. If he would have beat Ohio State, you know what they would have told him? They would have told him simple, very simple. Hey, fire old girl. She can't work here no more. And don't do that again. Right? Just that simple. Nobody would have known anything about it. Fire old girl, right? You can still date her. Listen, I don't care if you date over there. She can't get a check. She can't be employed by the university. Tell her to go work across the street. No harm, no foul. Nobody would know anything. Because let me tell you this. Trust me, he ain't the only one. You heard me give all these examples about ifs out here. If Urban Meyer would have got on that doggone plane instead of sitting in the bar with a thumb on the girl's butt, it wouldn't be an issue. So, I mean, just what it is. So, I get all that, man. But like I said, I hope from that standpoint, I understand all of the stuff that Sharon will, but Shot-Town Kane just dropped the bomb. But hold on, Shot-Town Kane dropped the bomb. And if you ever threaten to kill yourself, YouTube, I'm sorry. If you ever threaten to unalive yourself, because of that, I hope he gets the proper help he needs for real. And I can understand everything is crashing down on you. Everybody's not strong, and I understand people in the comments, but I never do that. I hear that. We all say that. But when everything comes crumbling down on you and you get the public scrutiny that's happening right now, all of the phone calls that are happening right now, you understand? A lot of us, 99% of us will never feel that kind of pressure. Y'all done probably did X, Y, and Z, but the whole world didn't know about it. The whole world not texting you, calling you, this, that, and the other, all of that stuff. So y'all be easy, guys. Y'all got to have some compassion for something. I'm not saying for what he done, but understand when the world comes crashing down on you, you don't know how you'll react.
Exactly.
You don't know how you'll react. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna say this too. Like I said, what's your man name, Dr. Umar Johnson? He's gonna be all over this because don't play the blizzard because it's like you grab. Don't play the blizzard. I'm just telling you because you're gonna get frostbitten every time. Him and Mel Tucker, Sherrod Moore, Coach Moore, and Coach Tucker both should be on every brother's plateau. Picture frame on the wall. Do not do this. You understand what I'm saying? Do not do this. Because they play. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna find any way to get you out of there. I'm telling you. So just like that coach from Boston, Celtics, and everything. But going to college football, them two right there, they should be the poster boys of what brothers cannot do once they get to these major Power 4 and Power 5 universities. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like I said, he's a Michigan man, but like I said, I thought he got a raw deal, and this all came down to him because this past weekend he hired a new special teams coach, so he did not expect this. You understand what I'm saying? So all this came down to him like a bunch of potatoes in a sack, like a sack of potatoes, So I kind of hated for him, but I was looking up because I had looked him up probably about a few months ago of his family. He likes what he likes, the blizzard, you know what I'm saying? But he likes it too much.
The blizzard.
Got caught up. Yeah, the blizzard. He got caught up in the blizzard, like Coach Tucker did. And Coach Tucker ain't do never did, the fold, but lost 40 or 50 million. And then, they tell my Coach Moore ain't gonna get his buyout either. So, you know what I'm saying? This is like a raw deal all the way around. So, hey, I just hope to get together and Michigan, even though I was flooding the Facebook on with posts, and nobody, even from Michigan or people that don't even like this Ohio State football, I said, if he had to beat Ohio State, this wouldn't happen. All of them agreed, even Michigan fans. But they say there've been rumblings since they played Michigan State about a month ago. Oh, we need another coach. He's not a good fit. You know what I'm saying? Because they really didn't want, some of them didn't really want to hire him to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? But John, Jim Harbaugh, got him on, especially after he beat Michigan during their national championship year a couple of years ago. Then he beat Ohio State back-to-back years. And I thought, but you got caught up. And what can you say?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Really quickly, I did want to ask you this when I saw your name pop up. I know it's a Miami show,
sure.
But I've probably received 15 DMs or text messages with this story. And I know you've heard of it. And I know you have heard of it. I know you heard this story about why Kevin Stefanski is mad. Really, the real reason why he's mad at.
Oh, yeah. You want me to tell you?
Please tell me, is it true or not?
Remember when Coach Prime, I don't know how old you was back then, I was
in 92. In 92,
yeah.
In 92, exactly. I was in 10th grade. I was in 10th grade. 10th, 11th.
Okay, yeah.
9th, 10th grade.
I was a kid then. Yeah, I was a kid then. And he threw water on that Braves broadcaster. You know what I'm saying? McCarver, whatever his name was. And that's the father of his wife, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've gathered. And I didn't know that till a few days ago. I said, oh, really? I heard about it, but I didn't, never connect, didn't think no more about it. But it's been resurfacing. And I said, oh, okay. So, this may have something to do with it.
So hold on. Let's make sure we clarify what you're telling me. So the reporter that Deion Sanders threw water on is named McCarver, right?
Right, McCarver, yep.
And you're saying that McCarver, is the father of Stefanski's wife?
Yes, from the information I gathered, from what's being reported. Yeah, a lot of people have confirmed it. I'm like, whoa, I didn't. I'm saying I didn't know this till recently. And I said, oh, okay. So, and he still don't like Deion to this day. You know what I'm saying? He's still sour grapes. So they still haven't talked. You know what I'm saying? And Deion said, you already trying to put my name in the mud, slander me, and talk bad to me about millions in front of millions of fans, and all that. And he said he tried to talk to him before all this, and the guy kept on slandering his name. So he said, okay, well, he had to cool him off. So, put that water on him. So, you know what I'm saying? So I said, wow. You know what I'm saying? I said, if that's the case, those rest of these guys there for real, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like sour grapes.
So, okay. So do you believe that story? Do you believe the story?
If that's true, that I gotta look up. If that's her father for real, yeah, it could be sour grapes, every bit.
No, but I'm asking, do you believe the story?
I don't know. I can't confirm or deny it, but it's a lot of people that's in the know. Say her last name was McCarthy, just like him. That's her father. I got to look into it. I don't know personally because I can't give you no concrete information because trust no information of your own. Do your own research on trust no about the information of your own. But from what I gathered and from what I was told, that's her father. That's Stefanski's wife's father. So if that's the case, okay, I see. You know what I'm saying? So, but
well, here's what I'm gonna tell you. Since we've been on the phone. I just want to tell you this, if you don't mind. Okay, I just want to say this to you. Don't believe that story. And here's why.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying this, and this is what I've been talking about people on these talking head shows.
Right.
A very quick, less than 2-minute Google search. The reporter's name is Tim McCarver. Okay. This is him right here. James Tim McCarver. This is the reporter. Okay. Very quick Google search.
Right. Exactly.
Now watch this. I'm going to show you something super simple.
Okay.
All I asked Google was, what is Kevin Stefanski's wife's maiden name? This article, October 10th, 2025. But if y'all don't believe me, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's look at this page right here. Let's just do it like this. Since I pulled it up, I'd rather y'all watch the whole thing. Kevin Stefanski's wife maiden name. Yahoo Sports, December 3rd of 2024. Let me blow this up even bigger. Oh, it didn't change with it. Let me put it up to the page that it changed to. Sorry. Kevin Stefanski's wife is married to Michelle Stefanski, who is originally from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Just like her husband, Chris's friend, and Kyle McCarthy, she reportedly agreed, blah, blah, blah. Her name was McCarthy. This is not, like, this is a very simple Google search.
Right.
But people will run with foolishness, man. They will run with fool. And I did this just sitting here.
Right. Right.
Now, so when I go back, and I know we're talking Miami, but when I go back and I talk about distractions, this is what I'm talking about. And again, I'm not blaming Shador. This is him. This is his wife. Look at the name. It's even right here, McCarthy. Right?
Right.
But these are the things when we talk about distractions. As a head coach, I need to go through this. Come on, man. I ain't dealing with that. But anyway, I'm glad you said you got to do your research. I appreciate you saying that. I know you follow them. You follow Ohio State because they trash, so they get slapped. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I remember that. Okay.
And I'm gonna talk to you after that, man.
All right.
All right, brother.
Take it easy, coach.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Ohio player. He plays so beautifully. Shout out to my man Caneville, aka Streeter, aka Master P. Coach Hayes' mama snitched on Sharon Moore. Now he in jail. She was a DoorDash driver. That's funny, Street. That's funny, Street. Footballville mama hair so short, she roll it with rice. My bad. Black Butterfly, I just asked about you. I said, where's Black Butterfly? LMV said you were just in here, and then you come back and says, I'm confused what I missed. Man, this thing is as the internet spins. The Canes going to the playoffs. Sharon Moore then got fired because he had a little side piece. Then he got arrested because they say he went to the house and threatened to unalive her. He pulled a knife out. He put it to his neck. This is crazy. But on a serious note, I do want to pass this message on. If you are feeling, and this is very serious now, let's cut the jokes. On a very serious note, I know we entertainment, but on a serious note, if you are feeling some having some feelings of maybe unaliving yourself, or you're in a critical situation, you know that all you can do, you can dial 988 on your phone, 988 on your phone, and you could talk to a crisis manager. You could talk to, I'll just say a counselor, may be the best way to state it. All right. So a lot of people going through things, you don't know it. They smiling, but they frowning behind all of that. And like I said, with Sharon Moore, a lot of people don't realize the weight of the world that falls on you when things happen. You see everything just vanishing. You're married, your kids, all that stuff gone. You're fired. Your money's gone. Your lifestyle has changed immediately, overnight. And it's easy for a lot of us to sit on these phones and computers and pass judgment, but you would never know what you'd do if it were you. All right. So, I get it. I understand it. You can't stop the internet from doing what they're going to do, but there's some people sitting here right now that have those same feelings. So if you do feel that way, please reach out to somebody at 988. And that is the Suicide and Crisis hotline. So I appreciate that. All right, let's get the next call on the line. 7800 on the line. Caller, talk to us. I said an hour and a half. We almost there. Talk to us, 7800.
The conference has been locked.
This is your boy Shaka. Blessings to you, Coach.
Shaka, what's up, baby?
Chilling, Coach. Boy, this is one of the most interesting shows I see you had, Coach. It's all over the place tonight.
It's all over the place. I tried to put my green and orange on, and I end up with maize and blue. We got all type of stuff going.
You gotta really quote. You gotta quote Shakas tonight, man. First of all, cut the why and left the what. We taking the playoffs and leaving the ACC title game for one. And Sharon Moore gone too far for real. He gone too far.
They're gone too far.
Furthermore,
take the what and lead a what?
For real, we'll take the playoff and lead the ACC title game. But as far as what they talking about, I don't even know why y'all trying to compare to that 2001 team. Y'all need to stop that.
Hey. Shout out to NASA in the building.
The scoring and the defense, you hit it spot on. And tell them this too, Coach. One more thing you got to say. When Sean Taylor backing up Ed Reed, that's enough said, man. When you got Kellen Winslow backing up Jeremy Shockey, come on, man. Let's be serious.
Frank Gore backing up Willis McGahee, Clinton Porter
backing up Najee, backing up Clinton. Come on, man. Let's be serious. It ain't even no. But this team still, if we go on the right road, we good enough. We could win the Natty if we keep the right way. It's a talented team, but all that 2001, y'all need to slow down with that. But,
yes, sir. Yes,
it's
sir.
like LeBron and MJ, like this stuff.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Good and all, but yeah. But I want to say, as far as Malachi, man, for y'all out there, I never got a chance to meet De La, but boy, I seen you just had Footballville on there. I seen the episode with De La on there, man. I see why that young man got that dog in him the way he do, man, the way his daddy raised him, certain things the family been through, and he got a different approach to life than most of these kids, Coach. That's why I see where the maturity comes from with him. He's special, man. He just built different. He raised different. He built different. As far as Ray, you hit that spot on, man. Not only to your point, Coach, was Ray never a black eye to the program, but even more than that, if you go back to the class of 2023 with McGoy and them, Ray was probably the biggest spokesman, the biggest one out there trying to get them kids in there for the program. He was a Cane through and through, man. The man ain't did nothing but fight for the Canes and represent the Canes, and a lot of them kids probably signed with that class because of what he did. So to your point, big shout out to Ray for real. All the best to Ray. I wish it would have been a little different for the man, but hopefully it'll pan out for him wherever he end up at. And let's beat these Aggies, man. And all that A&M ain't unbeatable, man. I don't know what they talking about. Texas A&M is not unbeatable, man. We can whoop them boys. So for real, I don't know what they talking about. That's about it. Damn, what else y'all covered? Y'all went through a lot, boy. Y'all went through a lot. Leave them snow bunnies alone. Well, let me leave that alone so let me not go too far here with that. I don't never know who listening, but
that's funny.
Yeah, but Just let the 2000. The only Kane team that could compare to the 01 team was the '86 team with rest in peace Jerome Brown and all them boys, Mel Bratton and them boys that slipped against Penn State. That's the team that can be compared to the 01 team. All this other stuff stopped.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, like I said, it was a good talking point. I thought it was a good question to bring up. So like I said,
but they could if we peak at the right time, like if we play like the early season for them, we could go and run and do something.
Now I will say this: if we go through this gauntlet and we put some real fire out there, like we beat Texas A&M by 21, put Ohio State to sleep by 14, catch Georgia on some 07, like we go on some old stink run, we might have a real conversation on our hand, talk, because I don't really think so. But you know what I'm saying. I think it's worth talking about.
It's just, I don't know, that 01 team just a little different, man. When you look at, I mean, Vince Wilfork, Hall of Fame, Sean Taylor, Ed Reed already in the conversation for the GOAT at safety. Sean Taylor, I believe, rest in peace, had he lived, would be the GOAT. I mean, it's just Andre Johnson, Santana. It's come on, man.
But when he brought up Jared, Shockey, and then you had Winslow sitting behind him.
That's what I'm saying. Just look at the backups. If you look at then at the linebacker, you got DJ Williams started 10 years in the league. You got Vilma, a baller in the league for a dozen years. You got even Rocky McIntosh in the league damn near a decade.
Vince Wilfork, we got that kind of presence in the middle.
That's a Hall of Famer, right? Come on, man. Like
that's tough work.
Like when they try to compare these other so-called college dynasties to that team, it's you look at USC with Reggie Bush them or Florida. We put out Hall of Famers, man. They might have one or two Pro Bowlers. We put out we got multiple Hall of Famers. It ain't no, it's level. What they say is levels to it. It's come on, man. It's different. It's different.
It's 1,000%. 1,000%.
It's different.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100% on the. Oh man, like I say, man, I appreciate it. Though. I'm ready to rock and roll. I gotta take care of some things.
We're gonna beat A&M though, coach. We're gonna beat. I forgot to touch on this, coach. I've been guilty of Lord knows when we lost to Georgia Tech a couple of years ago, I was coming down on Mario, but I come to this, coach. In fairness, man, the man that earned his keep, man. The man at the end of the day, like he set the what they call it, the floor at 10 games, back-to-back 10 win seasons. If we get in this playoff and do a little something, the recruiting is like the talent level is up. We're winning. At the end of the day, the man getting OJT, it's on the job training. So even if a lot of people say he
on the job training,
maybe so. Maybe he ain't the greatest game day coach, but he only gonna get better, and he going through the experiences, and pretty soon it's gonna come together, man. You gotta let the man ride out, man, and you know, only way you learn is to go through it. Sometimes, you know, you gotta go through it. So
for sure,
experience. So, you know, I say let the man ride out. He got it going. Shoot, what we was doing before he got here, going 5-7 and 7-5, and also, so you know, we can't be fair with the fans like that, man, and just we got it's like what you say with the kids coming down on these kids. You know, you think back in the day, it used to be no shame for a kid to come to Miami, and even if you started by the time you was a redshirt junior and started 2 years. That's a solid career to you. You might go to the league. You start 2 years into you. There's a lot to be proud of in that. Nowadays, if you don't start as a freshman, he's sorry, get him up out of here. Come on, man. I need to slow down with all that. Right? It's you know, people need to slow down. It's you gotta be fair to these kids. Ray will probably go to SMU and ball out. I'm surprised to see there's some kids at SMU that's been look at Brashard. Brashard in the league balling. We couldn't figure out what to do with him. You know what I'm saying? But he in the league all of a sudden. So probably 2 years ago, it's probably people that were saying he was sorry. All he could do was play special team. But now in the NFL, so.
Oh, I say as a fan base, and I know they're fans too, Shaka. Like I get their fans. You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't know why I feel like I got to be the gatekeeper of all emotions and you know, whatever, humanity or whatever it is. But I guess because, you know, you coach with these guys, you play in all these different things and you know what they put into this. You know all the things they did. And it's easy for us to sit back on our couch and pass judgment You know what I mean? Because they didn't meet your expectations. See, that's the difference. They didn't meet what you expected. And so, and again, like I said, long as they don't do anything to hurt this program, I have nothing bad to say. Because the same way you cheer for Poiser, same way you cheer for Marion, the same way we cheering for all of these incoming transfers are the same way people are talking bad about them on that side, you know, for whatever odd reason. And I understand that. But the reason I'm saying this too about a kid like a Ray as well and a Brashard Smith, because they're our hometown kids. And what you don't want to do is turn off a mouthpiece, right? You see, it's easy for them. They don't understand the long-term effect. As a fan base, you turn on a hometown kid. Ray might be the same kid, or Brashard Smith may be the same one. Say, you know what? You should go to Miami. It just didn't work out for me there. It just didn't work out for me there because of X, Y, and Z.
They high school off against coming. They high school might switch out on you.
Correct.
How you treat them.
Correct.
You
because
all those things.
So. But I want to just say this real quick. The reason I'm saying this is Ray may still say, you know what, I got nothing but love for the youth. It just didn't work out in this particular situation. And based on what I know about you, I think you'll be a great fit there. It wasn't a great fit for me.
Exactly. No,
and see, that's why I'm telling people that. Because we're in the Mecca. We're in the Mecca of recruiting. We got talent everywhere. And that's all.
And some people late bloomers, coach. Some people got to realize some people develop late. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Everybody, it's like who the rawest and optimist don't matter, man. It's who the best at 22, 23 years old, 25 years old. So all that you was the best at 12 and 15. That's beside the point. It's who peak at the right time. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Look at Sam Fields' career.
Oh,
I
forgot about
never
him.
figured it out really at the U till his fifth year. He was a fifth-year senior. He played a little DB.
Right.
And then he go to the league and play for a dozen years at a high level. So he peak late. Everybody don't peak at 18 years old, bro.
Right.
Everybody don't. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And you got some guys in college. You got some guys in college, Shaka, that did bare minimum go to the league and light it up.
Exactly.
Or you got some guys that light it up.
I'm tripping off the kid at Indiana, the quarterback. He was right here at the crib.
Yeah.
Look at the level he playing at. Nobody wanted that man, but
yeah,
he up for the Heisman, playing at beating Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? He was right here at Columbus.
Yep.
But nobody thought he was all that.
Yeah.
But look what he doing though. Look what he doing.
100%.
And that's what I miss. I think we need to go back to that, coach. As far as I'm sorry if I'm going too long, man. I think sometimes we get too caught up in nowadays, you know, it's all about these star ratings and you follow these recruit websites and whatnot. But back in the days of like Jimmy Johnson, it was all about your eye test, what you see. So if you got a kid in your backyard that you've been watching 2, 3, 4 years perform at a high level in Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, you know what you got in this kid. Who cares what Rival says? Who cares what 24/7 says? You know what you see with your eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to do. We used to find them kids that, you know what I'm saying? Darren Smith wasn't the most highly regarded dude from Norland. Ron Marley, undersized linebacker. Nobody thought he could. It's impossible. He can't do it. But when you from where we from, you know it's kids who might be undersized. Look at what Malachi doing. He got that dog in. We understand those things. You know what I'm saying? We don't always
Parrish,
go off
Antonio Brown.
how tall is the kid? How much the kid weighs? It ain't always about that, man. Sometimes you gotta read between the lines and see what's in the kid. Like, you gotta. So I think we need to get back to some of that, man. I say that because look at the kid at Louisville, the running back. We should have recruited that.
Isaac
kid,
Brown,
the quarterback at Indiana right now. We're supposed to recruit that. CJ,
but also to their point, and I'll say this. Let me say this too. A fair statement. But the only thing I'll say as a little pushback is to your very point. Some guys are late bloomers. And for example, as I always tell people on this channel, you can always connect the dots looking backwards, not forwards, right?
Gotcha.
Nobody would have thought Mendoza would turn into who he is. Nobody. Let's be honest. I don't think none of us even heard of Mendoza until we played Cal And they brought the story up about him and his daddy being teammates or whatever at Columbus.
With Cristobal, right?
Right? I'm just saying, if that story didn't come up.
But fair enough, coach. But when you a coach at the U, it's your job to be in the know. That's what you do.
Fair enough. And that's what I was going to tell you, but that's fair enough.
You're not a casual fan. You're not a casual fan.
Yes. But I was going to tell you that sometimes, you can look at the one-offs and take that opportunity. But it's hard to take a team of potential.
Right. No, I understand.
Right. And so, And so what I'm saying from a coach's perspective, yes, there are some guys you got to look at and say, man, for example, I always bring up Antonio Brown, right? That played at Central Michigan, took him down there to the University of Miami. And they were like, coach, he too little, coach, he this, he that, he that. But I'm like, bro, this dude can play. This dude killing the folks y'all got. We're going this, that, and the third. Right. Roscoe Parrish about to leave out the door. He could replace Roscoe, make big plays. They didn't take him. But look what he turned in to be. Not today, but I'm talking about as a player.
Like you touched on earlier, two things can be true at the same time. I'm not saying, now obviously you got to recruit the 5-star guy, high 4-star guy. I'm not saying you don't do that.
Sure.
But I'm just saying you leave some room to find those diamonds in the rough.
Of course.
That
10,000.
Especially guys like you talk about us being the
Mecca,
being the cream of the crop, the Mecca. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of kids that's not going to like some. And what I learned, man, as far as these recruiting lists, you got certain kids that maybe their mama couldn't send them to camp. They just didn't get seen, so they not ranked. But that don't mean it's a lot of kids that's ballers, but they just ain't got the opportunity to be seen and be evaluated like that. So
10,000%.
You can't go off that all the time. But anyway, man, talking a bit.
Nah, you good.
Let's beat A&M. Let's go on a run, man, and make this thing happen.
Yeah, I love it, man. Well, let's make it work, man. Shaka, appreciate you, dog, as always. Thank you, man. And let me get this call on here, 9799, and we'll see what's going on. Sharpshooter, what's up, man? Thanks, Shaka, man. Appreciate it. All right, much love. 9799, give me 1 second. Sharp, what's up, man? We got to get together. I didn't miss you. I got your text. Coach got stuff going on, but we're going to make it happen. Matter of fact, we'll speak. We'll get up here shortly. Trying to see. Hold up. Texas A&M ain't no joke. Wait a minute now, Sharp. You about to, man, mother. Get that crap out of here, man. Ugh. Anyway, I'm just teasing with you. Nah, great points. I think Shaka has some great points. Like you said, yeah, I mean, it's so many players, so many good players out here. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is one of the hardest things in coaching is evaluating those players and saying, okay, this guy don't check all the boxes. Should I take him? You know what I mean? And it's like, it gets so tough. It really does, man. It really does. Like I said, everybody want Holly Berry, but Precious might be the better fit. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. Everybody want Holly Berry, but Precious might be the better fit. Damn! Boy, say you went too far, Coach. You went too far. Hey. Anyway, 9799 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. You're the last one of the night. Let's make it a good one.
Yeah, I appreciate you making me the last one. I waited all night. Coach! This is Muhammad. I hear you saying Muhammad. This is Muhammad. This is real Muhammad. This is Mono.
Oh, God. No, there's a Muhammad. That's not you. That's the real Muhammad that is a member. You're just Mo knows. And Mo,
I'm gonna become a member though for real.
No, let me ask you this, Mo knows. Mo knows. Mono, what's your middle name? What's your middle name?
My
Don't.
middle name? Abdullah.
No, your middle name is Don't.
My middle name is Abdullah.
No, your middle name is Don't. Mo don't know.
Okay.
Mo don't know a damn thing. Take this, Mo. Mother. You know what, Mo? You done called up in here. Ain't you the same? Ain't you? Hold up. Ain't you the one? Hold up. Ain't you?
What I do?
Hold up. I'm gonna get a little ebonic around here. Ain't you the one that was talking and you had your wife asking about Pop-Tarts?
Pop-Tart. Yeah. Pop-Tart.
Can I please speak to Miss Mo? Excuse me. Can I please speak to Miss Mo?
She sleep. She's sick, man.
Oh, she sleep. She sleep now.
My son been sick. My son been sick with strep and double ear infection, and she done got sick with him.
I'm gonna let it ride. But what I will say, hold up. Do me a favor.
She gonna be on your side.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I want you to mark this is about the 1 hour 51 minute mark. I want you to play this back. I want you to play this back for her when she wake up.
I sure will. She'll love it too. What's up, Coach?
Miss Mo knows. Do me a favor. I want you to fix him some Pop-Tarts. And I want you to burn the hell out of them. Make him eat every crumb of the Pop-Tarts.
Hey.
I want him to eat every crumb. Do me a favor.
Hey.
Record it. Send it to me so we can play it live. So literally, he'll be eating his own words.
I'm gonna do
because
that.
he said,
that for you.
I appreciate that because you said that we going to the Pop-Tart Bowl. Well, my friend,
I should
Florida
did,
State,
man.
Florida State had an opportunity to go to a bowl game, and y'all didn't do that either. So also, hold on, Mo, do me one more favor. I want you to eat a burn-up s'mores Pop-Tart because I remember she said a s'mores. So eat a bowl.
You got good memory.
A great memory. I want a burnt s'mores Pop-Tart, and I want you to have a bowl of Fruit Loops with water, because y'all don't even deserve milk.
No, not Fruit Loops. The Pop-Tart, that Fruit Loops had nothing to do with it. Man.
Well, the Fruit Loops is because Florida State's are the Fruit Loops.
Okay.
See where I'm going? Eating your words about the Canes. And a bowl of Fruit Loops with water, because that's just what y'all are. The Fruity State University.
Man, when Virginia lost that game, I knew Miami was getting in. I lost $500 on that, man. But listen, so here's the deal, though. Because I will go talk some football with you tonight.
All right.
I got a better question, but I am glad I'm glad y'all got in for somebody getting in the ACC. Do I feel like y'all deserve to get in? No. But y'all the most talented team out of the ACC. You most talented players, but you're not the best team out of the ACC.
Who the best team?
The best team. You the one.
Who the best team?
No, if you the best team. Who's the best team?
Don't you dare say Duke. Don't you dare.
I mean, yeah, they won the conference. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they won when they counted against, Virginia. So I would say either Virginia or them are the best team that played like a team and got the most out of their talent. Because with Miami talent, nobody in the ACC should have beat Miami this year or last year. But
that is a fair statement.
They got in, sir.
I said that is a fair statement. I agree with that statement. Yes.
Yeah. So, but so here's what I'm about to ask you though. I'm glad you brought that up. Here's what I'm about to ask you. I think we will agree. What would you rank now that you're in the playoffs? What would you rank Miami's talent in the playoffs? Let's just say in the side of the bracket that they're on.
Okay.
So against Texas A&M, would you say that they are more talented than Texas A&M?
Overall, yes.
Okay. What about let's see. So Ohio State will be next. Top to bottom. Are they more talented or as talented as Ohio State?
I would say it is very close. I'm going to tell you what Ohio State has over Miami. The more team right now. I think they've been more consistent as a team. They've been together a lot longer.
I'm talking about on paper. I'm just talking about paper.
No, I know, but I'm saying I think talent for talent, if I looked across the board, I think Ohio State may just by a little. It's not much, a very small margin, if any. But I think what really helps Ohio State, I know you talked about talent, but I'm just adding a little piece here,
Okay. Yes,
is they have more team, if you understand what I'm saying. They have a better nucleus, I guess is the right way to say it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say they miraculously get past Ohio State and Texas A&M. Team roster on paper against Georgia. What would you say?
Damn, boy, I like football. I'm here. I'm thinking. I like football talk. This is what I like.
Yeah.
You don't come on here with that foolishness. You talk some real football. Thank you.
Yeah, I was ready to talk football.
Let me see.
Tonight.
I'm not going to be a Miami homer, and I'm going to say I believe Georgia has more talent. I don't think it's, again, by far, but I do think it's more. Yes.
It's still close, right?
To an extent. I think there are some things that we have.
I feel like it's close.
I still think, I think for us, defensively, I think they're a little stronger than we are, as good as our defense is playing. But I think their defense, because of Kirby Smart, they have more experience, more understanding than we do right now, being Heatherman's first year here, even though he's playing extremely well. I think they've seen more together as a unit over the years. So I think that's what kind of gives them the edge. But go ahead.
Okay. Now, are you ready for this here? Miami fans, are you ready for this here? I know y'all listening. Get down, Brian, and all you do. Are you ready for this? Okay. Texas A&M, Miami. Coach Elk, Coach Mario Cristobal.
Can't hear you. Kind of muffled.
Who's the better coach, Mario Cristobal or Elk? Who you take? Honest answers.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Mario Elk, Texas A&M, or no, not Mario Elk, Coach Elk or Coach Cristobal. Who would you give the edge to coaching-wise?
Ooh, good call. Real quick, let me talk to a real G right quick. 5K's Queen said, you was my PE coach the year after Northern won the state. Oh, man, much love to you, bro. Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you, bro. That's all right, man. All right. That's, boy, you talking about 20 years ago, boy. Mario Cristobal, Coach Elk as a coach overall. I'll say this, and I have to be honest, and y'all know I think Coach Elko has done more with less, especially at his time at Duke and so forth. That's from a head coach perspective. I will say that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's go on up. Let's go on up to Ohio State. Who's the better coach? Coach Day? Coach Cristobal?
I have to give Day his due. I mean, national champion. Yeah. I'm not here to dispute that.
Kirby Smart?
Kirby
Cristobal?
Kirby?
See, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is the biggest part. If you want to call me a Miami hater or something like that, this is where somebody that will wear that title will get his just due, will get his rocks off and be happier. Because see, I'm interested to see now that because see, here's the thing. You play these teams in the ACC, no doubt. I don't care what nobody says. Miami is head and shoulders above every team in the ACC.
1,000%.
Player for player. So as I've sat back and watched these games from last year to this year, I'm saying to myself, man, these coaches are doing an outstanding job. Coach Brom did an outstanding job. If you would have put Coach Brom on Miami sideline and put Coach Cristobal on Louisville sideline, it would have been a blowout.
Don't know about that.
It would have been a blowout. It would have been a blowout. If you would have put Rhett Lashley in the head coach position against Miami on homecoming, it would have been a blowout. It wouldn't have been that close. So now you're gonna go through the gauntlet of the playoffs to where the rosters are competitively similar. It's not head and shoulders over the rest. So now we're going to X's and O's. And
No, hold on.
let me get there. Let me climax, as my daddy said. Let me climax. You know, my dad is a preacher. I don't think he know what climax means. Daddy be in the pulpit talking about I'm about to climax. I don't think he knows. I don't think he know what it means. You know what I'm saying? Coach, let me climax. All right?
Yeah, okay. I'll let you climax. Lord have mercy. No Diddy, no doubt. Shout out to Reverend Mo. Hey, shout out to Reverend Mo in the building. All right, talk to me, man.
Yeah. So
He said, I'm about to climax. It's too much fun, dog. All right, go ahead.
Listen, I think it's gonna be real interesting as a, you know, we like to talk double shoot jabs at each other, but it's true football. If you're a true football guy, if you look at football and you love the games 13-10 and stuff like that, you like this high speed chess match. Okay. I am very interested to see these teams in the playoffs play against Miami, and to see when the rosters are competitively close. Mm-hmm. Then when it comes to who has the better game plan, who has the better coach, when do you call a timeout? When do you go for it? When do you kick it? When do you do this?
So hold on, let me explain. Hold on. But let me explain something to you.
Okay.
I'll say this to you, and I hear you. I've heard this narrative. Jeff Brom, he's better. Yeah. Rhett Lashley. We had Rhett Lashley. Yada. The reason that argument is very good, but it's a false argument, is because they did beat Miami. And to your point, they had more talent than Miami. I mean, Miami has more talent than them. I can't disagree with that. I agree with that 10,000%. Do you think Louisville may be the second best talented team in the nation? I mean, in the ACC, excuse me. Or do you think Louisville or SMU? What do you think? Where do you think they fall in the SEC? If you say Miami's one, where does Louisville or SMU fall?
I mean, you can flip flop them. You can go Louisville 2, you can do SMU 2, but the difference is
so basically Miami.
The difference between Miami's 1 and the other 2, it is a huge gap compared to if you go to the SEC and you got Georgia that you say is number 1, or Alabama because they're 1-1.
Okay.
And then if you go to them, it's the difference between the gap between that 1 and 2 and the 1 and 2.
Okay, so do me a favor. We don't have to talk them all. Give me your top. We already have 3. So you're saying Miami's 1, SMU is 2, Louisville is 3, or vice versa. Okay. But we know those are the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Could you give me? Okay. We already got 3. Give me the next 3 top teams in the ACC.
So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go Miami. I'm gonna go. Hey man, Virginia impressed me this year.
Okay, so Virginia would be 4. So Virginia would be 4.
I'm gonna put VA over one of them. So
okay.
So let's go. Let's just go Miami 1, VA 2, Louisville 3, SMU 4, Georgia Tech 5, Duke 6, FSU, Wake Forest. Clemson is in there too somewhere. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay, hold on. Wake Forest 8, Clemson 9.
Yeah, Clemson is ahead of FSU.
So Clemson at 7.
Yeah, I put FSU 5 for real, 5 or 6. They had better. I put FSU 5.
Okay,
they had good time.
All right. So here's my question then. See, this is why I tell people here's the false narrative. I'm with you. You're right. And this has always been one of the things with Coach Cristobal is that but. And I talk about on this channel, you have to eliminate the buts. And his but is that dropping of a game. I get it. But here's what I want to tell you. Because you came on here speaking as if Jeff Brom was your king. You came on here speaking as if Rhett Lashley was your king. But did you know that you said Louisville I'm sorry, you said Miami was 1.
I said Miami 1, Virginia 2. But y'all didn't play Virginia, so we can't
Okay.
even. It's
No
need for
problem.
us to put
No,
them in
just
there,
talent
man.
perspective. Because here's why it's important. You said Louisville, SMU were 2 and 3. You didn't even. You said Wake Forest. You have it all the way at 8. Guess who lost?
Right.
Guess who lost to Wake Forest?
Yeah, I know.
SMU. But hold on, that's your king.
Right.
But that's your king. Seems to have a very similar problem. You know who else? Excuse me, I'm sorry. And SMU lost to Louisville. That's fair.
Right.
Right?
Right. Right.
But you know a team you didn't even name?
Georgia Tech.
Nope.
I named Duke.
Nope.
NC State.
Nope.
NC State.
Cal. Cal beat both of them.
I
Cal.
didn't like Stanford either.
That's right. But Cal beat both of them from a talent perspective. So you didn't even look at Cal from a talent perspective. And they beat both of those coaches in which you are praising over Cristobal. And it seems that they have the same but. They won some good games, but
no.
Hold on, whoa. The same way Miami won Notre Dame is the same way SMU and Louisville beat Miami, but lost to a lesser Cal, who actually put them out. Hold on,
I can't let you get away with that though.
I'm gonna have to because guess what?
Hold
on, Mo. Mo,
okay,
I asked you to name them in order. You didn't even mention Cal, and we all the way.
I did, but you remember what I said when you first asked me the question? I said that Miami, it was a huge gap between 1 and 2. Those teams that you're naming, they're all similar situated as far as.
Sir, I hear you.
They are close. They are close to each other. You take Miami out.
No, sir. If you're gonna tell me, wait a minute, whoa, Mo. The reason I wanted you to name them or number them, if you would have told me Cal was like number 4 or 5 to a SMU or Louisville, I could agree with you so far from a talent perspective. They haven't even made your top 10.
Well, I can't go there because I can't say it with a straight face and tell you I watched Cal play like that. The only game I watched Cal play was against Florida State. So I haven't seen Cal play like that. The game
we literally saw Cal. I saw Cal play. I saw Cal play. Okay, let's look at Cal. Since everybody want to talk about it, they 6 and 4. They fired Justin Wilcox. Cal going out here and got blown out by Virginia Tech, who's not good. Duke put them to sleep, 45-21. They barely beat North Carolina, who's terrible. They beat Boston College, who's bottom of the barrel, by 4 points. Let me see here who else they played. Virginia beat them by 10. Stanford, garbage behind, beat them by 21. That's a give up the sticks game. And then they come back and beat a SMU, who that's your king. And then you talk about Jeff Brom, right? They beat Louisville by 3 points, and Louisville wins 7-2. That's your king. So based on your metric, Cal is not even in your top 10 in the ACC from a talent perspective, but yet you want that to be your king. Oh, please let me cook.
But again, you now you bunching it all together. And when I clearly told you that the other teams are so close talent wise. Sir, Miami talent is closer to what you would see in the SEC talent wise. Their talent is what you would see in the SEC. But here it is, year in and year out with Mario. And I enjoy listening to Miami shows because y'all got some good personalities and stuff like that. And then the delusional fans, of course, but you get that in all different teams. But here's the thing. Miami, it's just I don't know, man.
The problem I'm having, Mo,
even when you listen to Miami shows, they'll say they'll talk about all the talent that you got, and then this is on Miami shows, right? They'll talk about all the talent they got, and then guess what they'll say? But we have Cristobal. Yeah, it's like
that's the but.
We got all this talent.
But sir,
then it'd be like, but we got Cristobal, and he's known to do this again. He's known to drop this. He's known to do that.
Fair statement.
That's why I went to the point of now in the playoffs. I'm glad you made it because there's no excuse about
you know, we didn't make it. We got jerked. You know, Notre Dame this, Notre Dame that. Nope, 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 nope. I want to see how Cristobal, damn how the players look. I want to see how Cristobal is going to look against these grade A coaches. That's what I want to see.
So again,
Not all the other.
all right, hold on, Mo. Let me ask you this. I hear that, but I do want to go. I like how you skipped over that, but I do want to go back because you said the talent gap. I understand what you mean by Miami may be here and then 2 and 3 is down here, but you can't tell me, based on your ranking, that the 10th best team, talent perspective, based on your ranking, is close to the 2nd and 3rd ranked team. And you can't tell me
Yes, I can.
There's 8 teams that this close in talent. No, sir.
We can go in the ACC, coach, and look at everybody's schedule this year and look at their records.
We're not asking about
where all of we'll see where all of them beat each other.
We'll
see where all of them beat each other.
I know that, but here's
you don't see that in the SEC. You don't see where Florida beat Alabama. Florida beat, Kentucky beat Alabama, and we know they're bottom 15. You don't see that this year.
Mo,
but you see it in the ACC.
Mo, you brought up here and said talent. Their record, their schedule. No, I know, but their record doesn't dictate the amount of talent they have. That's why I asked you to rank them. I didn't rank them. I asked you because you brought up the talent perspective. So when you brought up the talent perspective, I figured you'd done your homework and said, well, I know in the ACC, this team is more talented. This team is that team. So apparently you didn't do your homework, Mo. You just assumed.
I didn't do the homework on the whole ACC because I'm not interested in the bottom feeder teams in the ACC.
But the bottom feeder team, no, but that's my whole point. The bottom feeder team, as you call them, beat your Kings and Jeff Brom and Red Lashley.
I'm not calling them Kings. I'm just saying.
No, I know that you're not calling them King, but you're saying no. But what you're saying was no, because I'm defending my coach right now. Because you saying if Jeff Brom was at the Hurricanes, we'd be doing this. You say if Jeff Brom was at if Red Lashley was at Miami, we'll be doing that. And what I'm trying to show you is they are on a team that has more talent, and they still lost games to another team that does not have that kind of talent.
I didn't bring up Syracuse. Let me ask you this here. Do you feel like if Coach Fran had the talent that Mario Cristobal has at halftime of that game, before it was a minute left, that game was 0-0. 0-0 at the point to where you knew you didn't have the room to make another error. You had already lost to SMU. You had already lost to Louisville. This is at the point of no return. You already know it's not a shot for you to make another mistake. And here, 2 minutes before the half is over, that game was 0-0.
You talking about this year? You talking about this year's Syracuse game?
Yeah, I'm talking about this year. The end of the half ended with Miami kicking a field goal or going for something and then getting a late score, and then they got a pick six right there at the end of the half. So if you looked at the halftime score, it was deceiving because it was 14-0 or 10-0. But in all actuality, that game was 0-0.
It was 14-0. It was 14-0 at the half.
Okay, right. But it was 0-0 until 2 minutes left in the half. They scored them points right there at the end. So then the Virginia Tech game, that score was deceiving because we know Cristobal was out here trying to get style points, so he had an argument against Notre Dame. That game was deceiving. This was a 10-point game right here at the end. They had just recovered an onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but then when you look at the box score, you think, oh, well, they blew out Virginia Tech too. No, they didn't. They blew them out in the first half. Second half, they didn't blow Virginia Tech out. Virginia Tech covered ground the second half. So, but I'm not trying to nitpick Mario like that because he did handle business against Pittsburgh. And
Sir, it was 24. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Okay. And I hear what you're saying because I felt the flow of the game. But we can do that if we all, which none of us are capable of watching every college football game. So we have to rely on these numbers and box scores. But to your point, the Virginia Tech game at the very end of the third quarter, the score was 27-10.
And then what happened in the fourth quarter?
They scored, and it made it 27-17. Still 10 points.
And then they got an onside kick.
And what do we do? Well, let's look at the scoring. Yeah. Let's look at the scoring summary. If you look at the scoring summary, in the fourth quarter, listen to this. In the fourth quarter, at the end of the third, they did not score until 3:17 left in the fourth quarter. Even if they kicked the onside kick, they still were down by 10 points. They still were down by 10 points. We still were winning. Yeah, I'm just saying, they still were down by 10 points. So I hear what you're saying. It sounds good. It sounds great. But at the end of the day, it means absolutely nothing.
But yes, it does, because you just sat right there and agree with me and said that you feel like out of all the coaches that y'all can potentially face in the playoffs, the other coaches are superior than Mario.
But your argument wasn't. But your argument was not those coaches. Your argument was Jeff Brom and Rhett Lashley.
That's what I was saying was going to be the most interesting thing was to see was how y'all stack up against better coach teams with the roster that can compete with y'all.
Okay, I get it, Mo. I'll just say this. I hear that, and you're right. That is a component I think we're going to have to overcome. I think those guys have more head coaching experience, right? I believe that Kirby Smart has more head coaching experience in these bigger type games and a more solid program right now because of stability. I think also Ryan Day the same way. Okay. But the reason I'm telling you this right here is what I'm saying is because you said that we would blow people out if we had Jeff Brom or Rhett Lashley. And I'm telling you, I don't believe that to be true because they both have had more talented teams than opponents that they face. And hold on, wait a minute. Wait, Mo, let me finish. And they lost the games. And they also lost the games that would have got them into the conference championship, i.e. Cal versus SMU. SMU beats Cal. They are right now representing the ACC in the college football playoffs, and Cal is not as talented as SMU. I rest my case. Your Honor, have a great day.
Do you believe y'all got the best coach in the ACC?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I do believe that.
That is strong.
I do believe that.
That is strong.
Now,
okay.
Do you believe? Because I'm going to tell you this, and I have to be honest. I didn't think so at first. I'm going to be as very honest as I can. I did not think so at first. I thought about Rhett Lashley, and I thought about a guy like Jeff Brom. And as they came in and they beat us, right? They broke us down. I'm like, oh, damn, they better than my coach. But then when I look back and I go back through their record, they did the same thing. They just happened to beat us. But look at SMU. They had an opportunity to go and they crapped the bed against a lesser opponent. So worst case scenario, if Mario ain't better, he damn near the same. Because how I look at it is those guys did the same exact thing. If you go look at Louisville right now, hold on.
With less talent.
No,
less talent.
Not with the no. Less talent, but still way more talent than Cal. You can't tell me they didn't have more talent.
No, man.
Bro.
Come on now. Don't do this, coach. Don't do this, man.
Don't do what?
Okay, you're right. Don't do that, coach. You know, for a fact, them guys got that, but I think
Cal lost to Cal lost to Stanford. Stanford is god awful, bro. God awful.
Florida State. Florida State lost to Stanford, but Florida State beat Alabama.
Oh my God!
Give me that argument.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
Bro, Cal is neck to neck.
Don't do it. We can't erase that.
No, we can't. But y'all also beat Georgia. Yeah. Y'all also, I'm sorry, Alabama also beat Georgia.
Yeah, but
that's my point. But they won the game.
Yes, it is.
And here's the difference. But can I also tell you this? They also won the games that matter. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I get it. I told Miami. I know I hate to say this out loud, but I would have rather lost the damn Notre Dame game and won the damn SMU or Louisville game, and we would have had a shoe-in. We wouldn't have had to go through all this nail biting. But it's all about the games in which you lose. Yeah, y'all lost against Florida State, but it didn't hurt you because they're non-conference games. Don't get it twisted. But then y'all turn around and Alabama turn around and beat a top Georgia. Now, they ain't do it twice, but they beat a top Georgia. I look at Cal right here. You only beating Boston College by 4 points. Well, maybe because it ain't the game. North Carolina by 3 points. They trash. Stanford. Bro, they were so bad, they finally decided to fire Justin Wilcox, bro. They should have fired that man 5 years ago. It was so bad, the interim head coach beat Louisville. The interim head coach beat Louisville. So guess what, Louisville? You dropped a very big game that would have gave you a conference win to get you into the conference championship. So you could have been in there, but you dropped the game against a bad opponent. Guess what? And so did that was SMU, and then SMU did the same thing. SMU dropped the game to a bad opponent. That was the last game of the season to get them into the doggone AC championship, and they crapped the doggone bed. They on the bed. Mo, you know I love you, dog. I gotta run, but make that video too.
Right,
and
man,
I won't miss Mo to film the whole thing and narrate it. She ain't got to get on camera, but she could narrate it and be like, Coach, look, I got Mo eating my burnt Pop-Tart and eating a bowl of Fruit Loops for Florida State with water in it with a fork, and you got to eat it with a fork. Mo, you all right with me, dog? You good fun, man.
All right, man. I'm gonna get with you, man. I'm gonna join the page too.
Nah, you good, man. You good. I appreciate you, dog, man. As always, Mo.
All right, man.
Much love, dog.
You have a blessing, bro.
Man, you too, brother, man. Yes, sir. God damn, I like good football conversations now. I like good football conversations. I can do this all night. All that griping and me. See, that's your problem right there, Cuban Kane, Red, Brom, Georgia Tech coach better. Guess what? They did the same exact thing we be mad at Mario Cristobal about. They did the same exact thing. I was just like y'all. I was just like y'all, man. Golly, man, Red Lashley, man, Braun, man, Georgia Tech, man. But if you look at it, what did they do? How did Georgia Tech? I mean, how did SMU get in the game last year? Because we lost, not because they won. How did Duke get in this year? Huh? If you ever notice, and I'm not taking away what I've said about Coach Cristobal, and he has to eliminate his butts, but when I look at these other coaches, as y'all speak of, Georgia Tech was the hot hand. Who did Georgia Tech lose to this year? Let's see here. Hold on, let me get to this. Y'all around here talking this crap. Georgia Tech lost to a Pitt to get put out. Georgia Tech lost to a North Carolina State. That's like dropping games, guys. That's the same. You can't tell me Georgia Tech didn't have more talent than NC State. Can't tell me Georgia Tech didn't have more talent than Pittsburgh. You only had to win one of the two to get in. One of the two. Georgia Tech did exactly what we did last year. They crapped the bed at the very end. Who cares if they lost against Georgia? Who cares? It's a non-conference game, so you know the rules. So as much as I do like Brent Key as a coach, he's got the same butt problem. But he dropped some games. I like Red Lashley, but he dropped some games. I like Jeff Braun, but he dropped some games too. So if you're going to ask me who's the better coach in the ACC, I'm going to go with my man Mario Cristobal. Why not? Because they got the same butts he got. And they might need to go see Dr. Miami. Ha! Get at me, dog. Real quick, I put a poll up. I forgot to talk about it. How many sacks will Reuben Bain have versus Texas A&M? Y'all clearly have stated 48% have said 2 sacks this game. 23% says 3, 11% says 4+, and 17% says 1. This is the Hunger Games. Get down, Brown. Close us out of this thing, man, so we can go. Maybe not. He might be asleep with macaroni in his beard. Thought he was still on here. I got to get out of here. I told y'all an hour to an hour and a half is 2.5 hours. God doggone it. Come on, man. I love y'all, but I got to go today. I told y'all, an hour to hour and a half, 397 people in the building. Guys, thank y'all again. Y'all clap it up for yourself. 45,000 subscribers over the night. We made it happen. Can we get to 5,000 by the new year? Can we get to 5,000 by the new year? Or have I gone too far? I probably went too far with that. Can we get to 45,100? Anyway, let's need to hit another. I'm for real. I just appreciate y'all, man. Y'all made this fun. Thank y'all for the donos in the building. Muhammad, thank you, sir. $4.99. I appreciate you. And Fire Effect for the Fire for Effect, excuse me, for the $4.99, as well as my man Vernon on Cash App for the $5. I thank you guys so much. We're working on our way. We're trying to get to Texas A&M. We got to get us a plane ticket. We got to get us a rental car because you got to drive over depths of hell to get to College Station, Texas. We're trying to get the hotel, the flight, all that stuff. I'm working on the ticket. We good to go. So with all that being said, I thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We might have some stuff going on Saturday or maybe Sunday. I don't know. Stay tuned. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. LMV, I don't know how to answer that. Coach, you be long stroking longer than the lead attorney. I don't know nothing about the lead attorney. Yeah. But I'll leave the rest alone. LMV, go to bed. Whoop that trick. Hey, we finna definitely whoop that trick on December 20th. Man, I got to get up out of here. Coach Tiger said, huh? We in the building. Black Butterfly, I don't know what's going on. I think we playing tag. I'm trying to stay here. We're going to definitely chop it up and talk. Anyway, with all that being said, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Great show tonight. Peace. Whew. We had over 400 people in the building, man. Lord have mercy. But guess what? Mo don't know a damn thing. He thought he was going to come in here and try to cook old coach. Well, guess what I had to do? I had to hit him with that Glorilla. Let him cook. Bump, 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 bump. Let me cook. Hey, Mo, I got a song for you, baby. Mother effer Florida State.